कात्यायनी महाभागे कराली विजये जये Shubha Durga Puja and Shubha Navratri to all. Welcome you all to the Mahashtamir Puja as part of the Durga Puja celebrations at Belur Mutt, the headquarters of the Ramakrishna Mutt and the Ramakrishna Mission. Today is the Shubha Ashtami Tithi, the 8th day of the Navratri celebrations. In Belur Mutt, the Ashtami Puja will begin shortly. Two main components of the Ashtami Puja today are the Kumari Puja in the morning and the Sandhi Puja in the evening after the Aratrikam. Durga Puja with the image of Devi Durga was performed for the first time in Belur Mutt under the directions of Swami Vivekananda in 1901. That year, the Ashtami Tithi fell on the 20th of October. It was a Sunday. It is recorded that on the night of Saptami, Swami Vivekananda had an attack of fever, so he could not join the puja rituals the next morning on the Ashtami. But Swamiji came to the Pandal, the worship hall, at the time of the Sandhi Puja and offered Pushpanjali to the Devi 3 times. Again, on the Ashtami that year, the Kumari Puja was also performed. A ritual of great significance from both a spiritual point of view as well as a social viewpoint. Swami Vivekananda attached so much importance to this actual worship of a girl child. The tradition continues even today, and on this holy Ashtami Tithi at Belur Mutt, Kumari Puja will be performed as part of the Ashtami Puja. Devi Durga is now among us, amongst her children. She has come down from her divine abode in the Kailasa. the sannyasins and brahmacharyans of the Ramakrishna Sangha and a large number of devotees and visitors have assembled in the holy premises of the mutt. It is a popular belief in Bengal that Uma, Durga, comes and stays with the people for 3 days during the Sharat Kala, the autumn season. The most important legend which is central to Durga Puja is about Durga and forms of the Divine Mother, various forms of the Divine Mother, which are mentioned in Shri Shri Chandi, otherwise known as the Devi Mahatmya, which forms a chapter of the Markandeya Purana. The word Durga literally means the one who is difficult to approach, or the one who protects like a fort, or the one who destroys the evil consequences of our actions. Durgati Nashini Durga. Asmakam Durgatim Ya Nashayati Sa Durga Devi iti Shastra Prasiddhi. Daitya Nashartha Vachano Dakarah Parikirtitaha Ukaro Vighna Nashasya Vachako Veda Sammataha Repho Rogaghna Vachano Gascha Papaghna Vachakaha Bhaya Shatrughna Vachanaschakara Parikirtitaha. This is the Nirukti or the definition of the word Durga provided by the Shastras. The letter Dakara represents destruction of Daityas, the Asuri Shakti. The letter Ukara stands for the destruction of the obstacles. The letter Repha, Ra, indicates destruction of diseases. The letter Gakara represents annihilation of sins. And the letter Akara represents the extermination of fear and inimical forces. We can see the iconic temple of Sri Ramakrishna in the Belur mutt. The Durga Mandapa, the Durga Pandal, is set up adjacent to the temple of Sri Ramakrishna on the bank of Bhagirathi, river Ganga. The Ashtami Puja is about to begin. Today's main rituals include Kumari Puja in the morning and Sandhi Puja in the evening after the Sandhyarati. The Pujak, the priest, and the Tantradharak, the guide in the rituals, are taking their ceremonial seat in front of the image of Bhagavati. It is no more an image, in fact. The Prana Pratishtha has been performed and Mother is present here to bless her children in her true divine form. In the Chandi, Durga is mostly referred to simply as Devi. the goddess, and occasionally as Ambika. She is an independent, supreme goddess, not second to any other divinity, and not even a mere consort of any male god. She is the Para-Shakti in the Chandi, Para-Buddhi and Para-Siddhi. That is the Shakta tradition. She is the Bhoga Moksha Prada, the giver of comforts and contentment, and also the supreme bliss of spiritual realization. She is the supreme knowledge and the supreme truth, says Durga Saptashati. Tvam Vaishnavi Shaktirananta Virya Vishwasya Bijam Paramasi Maya Sammohitam Devi Samastametat Tumam Vai Prasanna Bhuvi Mukti Hetuhu Vidya Samastas Tava Devi Bhedah Striyah Samastah Sakala Jagatsu. O Mother, all the women are but your various forms. Tvayaikaya puritamambayaitat. The world, the universe is filled by your presence. Kate stuti stavya para paroktihi. Sarva-bhuta yada devi bhukti mukti pradayini. Tvam stuta stutaye kava bhavantu paramoktayaha. How can I praise you, O Mother? You are beyond my ability to praise and extol. On the Puja Mandap, the Ashtami Puja begins. The Pujak has taken his seat. Brahmachari Shubhrato Maharaj is the Pujak, and Swami Shastratnanandaji is the Tantradharak. Shri Shri Chandi, the Devi Mahatmyam or the Durga Saptashati will be chanted on all the puja days by Swami Tattva Saranandaji Maharaj. Shri Shri Chandi Parayana forms an important component of the Durga Puja rituals. It describes the glories of Devi Durga, her Leela and Avadana, which are meant for our devout contemplation. The preliminary rituals as part of the puja have begun. Before the commencement of the Ashtami Puja, the Pujari or the priest, the Archaka, and the Tantradharak Maharaj, both of them offer Pushpanjali on the ceremonial ghata, which was installed as a holy icon of Devi Durga on the Shristi-sthiti-vinashanam. After offering the Pushpanjali there, they came to the Puja Mandap where the image of Devi Durga is kept. And the puja begins. with the preliminary ritual called Achamana. It is followed by Gandhadyarchana, Suryarghadana, Samanyarghasthapana, Asana Shuddhi.
Om Sarva-vignanutsaranam. Om Sarva-vignanu.
Masha Bhakta Bali,
Sarayahum Pat Swaham Apasarpantu
Bhuta Pasaranam,
Bhuta Bhuvisangastita Ye Bhuta Vigna Kartaraste Nashyantu Shivagaya. Snaniya Drabbarchana Vangitebhya Gandhadibhyo Navavangitebhya Snaniya Drabbarchana Navapatrika Snanam Adu Snaniya Drabbyarchana Vangitebhya Snaniya Drabyabhya Navavangitebhya Snaniya Drabyabhyo Nama Omite Gandhapushpetebhya Snaniya Drabyabhya Nama Omite Gandhapushpeta Tatipataye Devaya Shri Vishnave Nama Omite Gandhapushpeta Sampradanaya Rin Shri Bhagavad Durgaye.
Consecrating different items or the objects used as the offerings in the puja is one of the important rituals in the puja. All the offerings are to be purified ritually with the Vaidika mantras and the Tantrika Kriya. Panchagavya Shodhanam is underway. Panchagavya Shodhanam. The Veda mantras chanted are mostly from the Yajurveda and from Rigveda as well.
Panchamrita Sodhanam Sharkara.
Since most of the Veda mantras chanted as part of the Durga Puja Paddhati, the Puja Paddhati used in Belur Mutt is known as the Yajurvediya Vidhi or Yajurvediya Puja Paddhati. Panchamrita Shodhanam is underway. Om Tejasi Shukramasya Amritamasi Dhamanamasi Priyandi Vanamanadhrishtam Deva Jajanamasi Dugdha Omapyaya Swasametute Vishwata Soma Vishyam Shodhana Kriyas precede Navapatrika Snanam and the Mahasnanam of Devi Durga, a ceremonial bath to the deity.
Deva Sattva Savita Shvinad Bahubhyam Pushno Hastabhyam Adade Om Bhurguva Satat Saviturvarenyang Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayato. Snanam Navapatrika Snanam. Navapatrika Snanam. Panchagavya Adutaila Haridraya. Om Kosi Katam. Om Kosi Katamosi
represents Devi Durga in the puja. Navapatrika was installed yesterday on the Saptami Tithi on the Puja Mandapa to the right side of Shri Ganesha.
Gumaina Om Hrim Shirashe Swaha Dugdhena Om Rum Shikhaye Vashat O Dadhana Om Hrim Kavachaya Hum Dhritena Om Hom Netratrayaya Vaushat Kushodakena Om Bharhakaratala.
The offerings are taken up one by one. They are offered ceremonially. Asnaniyam for Navadurga Vasini Durga,
पंचामृत स्नान आदौ दुग्धेन ओम ह्राम हृदयाय
Navapatrika.
नमः दधना ओम ह्रीं
The
शिरसे
bell is rung.
स्वाहा घृतेन ओम
The
ह्रूं
conch is
शिखायै वषट् मधुना
and the mantras are
ओम
chanted.
ह्रैं कवचाय हुं शर्कराय ओम ह्रौं नेत्रत्रयाय वौषट् नारिकेलदकम् ओम ह्रः करकरपृष्ठा चन्दनमिश्रित उष्णदकेन नारिकेल दिल ओम ह्रः करतरपृष्ठाभ्यमस्त्राय फट् ततः चंदन मिश्रित उष्ण जलेन ओम कदली तरुसंस्थासे विष्णु वक्षस्थल स्थिते नमस्ते
At Belur Math,
देवी नमस्ते
Navapatrika
सुरनायिके,
Snana
ओम ह्रीं
as
ब्रह्माण्यै
part of
नमः।
Durga
पुष्पजलेन
Puja rituals
ओम
is underway now.
कच्चित्त्वं स्थावरस्थासि
Navapatrika
सदासिद्धिप्रदायिनी दुर्गा रूपेण सर्वत्र स्नानेन विजयं कुरु ओम
is a
ह्रीं
collection of
कालिकायै नमः
9
ओम बापी
different
ओम
holy
हरिद्रे
trees and
हर
plants.
रूपासि शंकरस्य सदा प्रिये रुद्र रूपेण सा
The
देवी
twigs
मम
and the
शान्तिं
branches
प्रयच्छतु ओम ह्रीं
of
दुर्गायै
these plants
नमः।
are tied together
शिशिरजलेन
and
ओम
draped
जयन्ती
in an
जय
yellow sari
रूपासि
and
जगतां
placed
जय
on
हेतवे
the right side
भक्त्या
of
सम्पूजयामि त्वां
the
जयं देहि
image of
नमोस्तुते।
Devi Durga.
ओम ह्रीं कार्तिक्यै नमः सर्वौषधिजलेन ओम श्रीफलो श्रीनिकेतो
Navapatrika is commonly known in Bengali as kolabo, banana tree, which is a part of the Navapatrika, can be prominently seen extending or protruding from the Navapatrika. All the plants which form a component of the Navapatrika, they represent each aspect of Mother Durga. Their collection is an apt representation of the Shakti. Devi is the life in everything, in human beings, in animals, in trees and herbs. She is the Mother Nature. In this sense, Durga Puja is the worship of the true nature, of the nature around us. Mother Nature surrounds us. Mother Nature protects us. Mother Nature deserves our worship. Devi is the Bhuta Prakriti. She is the Charachara Prakriti, Sarva Vidhatri and Sarva Sanghartri. She is the pranas in our body. She is the beginning, being and end of everything in the universe. She is Adi, Madhya and Anta. Adi Madhyanta Bhuta Parameshwari Jagata Samastasya.
अनन्तरुष्णोदकम् ओम चित्रं देवानामुद्गादनीकं चक्षुर्मित्रस्य वरुणस्याग्नेयापराद्या वा पृथिवी अन्तरिक्षं सूर्यात्मा जगतस्तस्य
Navapatrika contains 9 herbs and creepers. They are Rambha, banana plant, Kachi, commonly known in Bengali as Kochu, Haridra, turmeric, Jayanti, another herb, Sesbania sesban, Bilwa, the stone apple or the bell, Dadima, pomegranate, known in Bengali as Dalim, Ashoka, Saraka indica, Manaka, giant taro, commonly known in Bengali as Mankochu, and Dhanya, the rice plant. Each of these plants has its own Adhishtatri Devi as well. Brahmani is the Adhishtatri Devata who resides in the banana plant. Kalika is the Adhishtatri of Kochu plant.
Om
Durga or
Bhramridayaya
Uma
Namaha.
is the Adhishtatri
Omaina.
Devata of
Om Hrim
Haridra,
Shirashe Swaha.
Kartiki of
Dugdhena.
Jayanti,
Om Hrum
Shiva of
Shikhayi
Bilva
Vashat
Vriksha,
Dadhana. Om Hrim
Raktadantika resides in
Kavachayahum
Dadima,
Dhritena.
Shokarahita
Om
in
Netratrayaya
Ashoka,
Vaushat
Chamunda
Ushodakena.
in
Om
Mankochu,
Bhakkaratara
and Mahalakshmi
Prishthadyamastraya
in Dhanya.
Shitala Jalena. Om.
These plants are held together with banana plant in the middle and draped with a red bordered yellow sari, giving the impression of a vadhu, a young bride, and hence the name Kolabo.
Om Shanno Devi Rabhishtaye Shanno Bhavantu Pitaye Shangyo Rabhisravantu Naha Om Apahishta-mayo Bhuvasthano Urje Dadhatana Mahiranaya Chakshase Om Yova Shivatamora Shastasya Bhajayate Hana Ushativa Mataraha Om Tasmarangamamavo Yasya Kshayaya Jinvata Apo Janayathachana Om Drupadadiva Mumuchana Svinna Snato Maladiva Putang Pavitreno Trene Vajyamapa Shudhyantu Mainasaha Bringarasnanam Nadi Jalena Om Shita Chalakadananda Chakshurubhadra Trushadavati Tungabhadra Krishnavarana Payushni Naramada Tatha Tapti Bhimarathi Shipravitastairabati Tatha Godavari Vipasha Shatadrus Sindhurevacha Charmanvati Kaveri Tamraparni Mahanadi Karatoya Bahuda Shona Vetravati Tatha Devika Bhairavi Koka Gomati Chotapalavati Omatre
Ashtami Vihita Puja, the puja rituals which are enjoined for the Ashtami Tithi as part of the Durga Puja are underway in Belur Mutt, the Tirtha Kshetra of the universal message of Vedanta.
Pradyumnascha niruddhascha bhavantu vijayayati akhandalognir bhagavan yamo vainurtistatha varuna pavanaschaiva dhanadhyakshastatha shivaha
Navapatrika Snana is underway. Navapatrika Snana precedes the Mahasnana for Devi Durga. These rituals are followed by an elaborate Shodashopachara Puja of Devi Durga. Belur Mutt is situated on the bank of Holy Ganga. This is the Tirtha Kshetra of the new message of Vedanta, universal and eternal. Hindu Dharma is sanatana. It has maintained its continuity and relevance in the human affairs by uncompromisingly upholding its unique self and by recreating new existential narratives at every critical turn of human history. Hindu Dharma acknowledged the higher aspirations of the changing times and assisted its followers to identify what they were really looking for at every turn of the era. Hindu Dharma enacted a fresh epoch from time to time to reckon a new era and to recast its spirit into a new body. Hinduism reveres the central figure of such an epoch as an incarnation of God, an avatara. Such an epoch for our times and for many generations to come was enacted in the last century at the Dakshineshwar Kali temple in Kolkata by Sri Ramakrishna and his disciples led by Swami Vivekananda. Belur Mutt preserves the legacy of this epoch.
Om tasmarangamaabo yasyakshayaya jinvata apo janayatachana. Om shanno devi ravishtaye shanno bhavantu pitaye shangyo ravisravantu naha. Pushpajalena. Om srishate lakshmischa patnyao ratri parshvi nakshatrani rupamashvinau vyattam ishnan nishanam ishana sarvalokam ishano om rim durgayai namaha. Falodakena. Om ya phalidirya phala pushvayascha pushpini brihaspati prasutastwano.
All our philosophical doctrines, religious practices and sacred rituals get a new meaning and orientation, a fresh life of their own, when they are seen as a path to achieve this supreme Vedantic goal of human life.
Om Narayani vidmahi chandikayai dhimai tanno Gauri prachodayat. Om Rim chandikayai namaha. Sarvaushadhi mahaushadhi. Om yaoshadhi somaragir bauhi shatavichakshanaha tasamasitamutamaram kamaya samhride pancharatna jalena. Om nanaratnam maheshani sagare vidinirvitam ratnodakam mahapunyam divya snanantu pavanam. Panchagabya snanam Gomutrena Angbhurubhavatsatasaviturvarenyang Bhargo devasya dhimahi dhiyo yo na prachodayato Om gabang mutrena punyena sarvagha parimoshina snapayami jagadhatrim dharmaya dhanavriddhaye Gomayam Gandhadwaram duradharsham nitya pashtankarishinim
At the Kali temple in Dakshineshwar, the incarnation for the modern age approached the subject of religion with the simplicity of a child and the precision of an empiricist. Sri Ramakrishna sat among the gentlemen of Calcutta, engaging them in his unpretentious dialogues concerning the most lacerating questions about the plan and purpose of human life. A new light emanated from Sri Ramakrishna's experiments, experiences and spiritual ministry. It illustrated the annals of all religions and opened up a new path for all aspirants to the truth. In the process, Hinduism realized its universal mission and its new universal mission and message for the 19th century.
Shodhita Panchagavyam Ekatre Om Panchagavyamidang Punyam Sarva Papani Shutanam Tatto Yai Snapayami Twang Mama Papam Vyapohaya Yasmat Paramana Paramasti Medhyam Degatam Yadabrachinamani Nihanti Nasti Param
In the guileless light of Sri Ramakrishna's life and teachings, Swami Vivekananda carefully extracted the essentials of Hindu heritage and went ahead to recast it as the universal religion for the humanity. True to the voice of ancient Hinduism, Swamiji's message sanctified the pravritti needed in the modern world. The course of action, the modus operandi that we should adopt. Swamiji applied the vision of Vedanta to our day-to-day life in a variety of contexts. His version of Vedanta could meditate on the God manifesting as both the inert and the alert word, even while wholeheartedly exerting itself to improve our mundane existence. Swamiji's message of Vedanta induced pride and courage into the dormant nationhood of India and trumpeted the gospel of Upanishads to awaken it to another glorious age of knowledge and action.
Om Indranyai Namaha.
Swamiji's message
Tilodake.
exhorted the
Om
bustling
Hrim
modern
Amritayai
world
Namaha.
to contemplate on its forgotten self and make its
Vishnu
civilizations
Taile. Om Hrim
eligible to
Chamundayai
bask
Namaha.
under the inevitable rise of
Agru Jale.
Vedanta
Om Gang
from the
Gauriyai
east.
Namaha.
It
Pushkarini
insisted
Jale.
on
Om Hrim
renunciation and
Kalikayai
service
Namaha.
and
Vrishti Jale.
a living
Om Hrim Chamundayai
poetic
Namaha.
Advaita in everyday life.
Panchakashaya Jalena.
And at the
Om
same time,
Jambushalmali
its every
Bhatyalyam
word
Bakulam
pulsated
Badaram
with the
Tatha
non-negotiable
Etanamisritato
destiny.
Vedasnapayami
It said,
Sushobhane Om Hrim
the end of
Bhadrakalyai
all
Namaha.
religions is the realizing of
Panchashasya
God
Om
in the soul.
Yabhagadhumamudgasya
That is the one
tilasya
universal
dhanyameva
religion.
etatto ena deveshi snapayami prasidami Om
All our
Hrim
philosophical
Namaha.
doctrines
Kunkumadake.
and religious
Om
practices
Kumshikyai Namaha.
and sacred rituals
Sharkara.
get a new
Om
meaning
Sharkare
and
Madhure
orientation
Snigdhe Deva Moda
when they
Vibardhini
are seen
Devanam
as a path
Tushtige
to
Shighram
achieve
Mataranityam
the
Prasidami
supreme
Om Hrim
Vedantic
Shivayai
goal
Namaha.
of human life.
Gorochana Om Hrim Parvatiyai Namaha Sugandhi Jalena Om Yosau Malaya Jo Vrikshasau Gandhyarnilaya Sada Tajjala Snana Matrena Varada Bhavashobhane Om Hrim Kalyai Namaha Yavadhanya Dichur Om Vaishnavyai Namaha Mrittika Snanam बलिमिक मृत्तिकाया ओम ह्रीं चंडिकायै नमः वराहदंत मृत्तिकाया ओम
When
बारायै
Swamiji
नमः
decided to celebrate Durga Puja at Belur Mutt, one of the things he did was to seek the approval of Holy Mother Shri Sharada Devi,
नमः गजदंत ओम
who was
इंद्राण्यै
then
नमः
staying in
पर्वत
Kolkata.
ओम माहेश्वर्यै नमः देवद्वार
One of the brother monks of Swamiji went to the house where Shri Sharada Devi was living and sought her permission for the Durga Puja on behalf of Swamiji.
नारायण्यै नमः
Mother Sharada Devi wholeheartedly approved the proposal.
चतुष्पथ मृत्तिकया ओम जयंत्यै नमः गंगा ओम हैमवत्यै नमः कुशमूलम
When the puja began at Belur Mutt,
नद
Shri Sharada Devi was present in the mutt
नदी
during the Bodhan,
शिवायै
the
नमः
awakening
सागर
ceremony,
ओम ह्रीं
and
कात्यायन्यै
attended the
नमः
puja of Devi
Goshta,
Durga
Om
on
Hrim
all the
Indranyai
3
Namaha.
subsequent days.
सहस्रधारा स्नानम
Mother is still present for the puja ceremony at the mutt in her spiritual form, we believe. It's the firm belief of her devotees that she is eternally present at Belur Mutt. Dedicated to Shri Sharada Devi, here in the mutt stands a small shrine, humble and serene as she herself was. The Sankalpa Vakya in the Durga Puja is uttered in her holy name before conducting any sacred ceremony, including Durga Puja,
ओम
in the ashramas
सहस्रशीर्षा
of the Ramakrishna Sangha.
सहस्रपाद स्वभूमिं सर्वतः स्मृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठद्दशाङ्गुलं पुरुष एवेदं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भाव्यम् उतामृतत्वस्येषानो यदन्नेनातिरोहति एतावानस्य
The sacred Purusha
महिमात्यायांश्च
Sukta is being
पुरुषः
chanted
पादोस्य
as part of the Snana.
विश्वभूतानि त्रिपादस्यामृतं दिवि त्रिपादूर्ध उदयित पुरुषः पादोस्येहा भवत पुनः ततो विश्वं व्याक्रामत् शासनान् शने अभि ततो विडारजायत विराजो अधिपूरुषः स जातो अत्यरिच्यत पश्चाद् भूमिमथो पुरः तस्माद् यज्ञात् सर्वहुतः सम्भृतं पृषदाज्यं पशूंस्तांश्चक्रे वायव्यानारण्याग्राम्यश्च ये तस्माद् यज्ञात् सर्वहुतर्वचः सामानि जज्ञिरे छन्दांसि जज्ञिरे तस्माद् यजुस्तस्मादजायत तस्मादश्वा अजायन्त जे केचोभयादत गावोह जज्ञिरे तस्मात् जाता अजावयः तं यज्ञं बर्हिषि प्रोषन् पुरुषं जातमग्रतः तेन देवा अजजन्त साध्या ऋषयस्य ये यत्पुरुषं व्यधुः कतिधा व्यकल्पयन् मुखं किमस्यासिति किं बाहु किमुरुपादा उच्यते ब्राह्मणोऽस्यो मुखमासीद्बाहुराजन्यकृतः उरु तदस्य जलवैश्य पद्भ्यां शूद्रो अजायत चन्द्रमा मनसो जातश्चक्षुः सूर्यो अजायत श्रोत्राद्वायुश्च प्राणश्च मुखादग्निरजायत नाभ्यासीदन्तरिक्षं श्रीष्णोद्यौ समवर्तत पद्भ्यां भूमिर्दिशस्रो
Purusha Sukta is being chanted as part of the Snana ceremony on the Puja Mandapa.
सप्तास्यासन परिधय स्त्री सप्त समिध कृतः देवा यद यज्ञं तन्वाना अवतनन पुरुषं पशुं यज्ञेन यज्ञमजन्त देवास्तानि धर्माणि प्रथमान्यासन् तेहनाकं महिमानः सचन्त यत्र पूर्वे साध्याः सन्ति देवाः अद्भ्यः संहृतपृथिव्यैरसाच्च विश्वकर्मणः समभरतताग्रे तस्य त्वष्टा विदधत रूपमेति तन्मर्तस्य देवत्वम् आजानमग्रे वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमेव विदित्वात् मृत्युमेति नान्यपन्था विद्यते अयनाय प्रजापतिश्चरति गर्भे अन्तर्जायमान बहुधा विजायते तस्य योनिं परिपश्यन्ति धीरास्तस्मिन् हतस्थुर्भुवनानि विश्वा यो देवेभ्य आतपति यो देवानां पुरोहित पूर्वो यो देवेभ्यो जातो नमो रुचाय ब्राह्मणे रुचं ब्राह्मं जनयन्तो देवा अग्रे तदब्रुवन् यस्त्वैवं ब्राह्मणो विद्यात् तस्य देवा असनवशे श्रीश्च ते लक्ष्मीश्च पत्न्या वहोरात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपमश्विनौ व्यात्तं विष्णन्निशानामुम् ईशान सर्वलोकम् ईशान ओम सागरः सरितः सर्वाः
O Devi, how can we describe your inconceivable form or your abundant surpassing valor that destroys the asuras, or your wonderful feats displayed in battles among all the hosts of gods, asuras and others? Kim varnayama tava rupamachintyametat किंचाति वीर्यमसुरक्षय कार्य भूरि किंचाहवेषु चरितानि तवाति यानि सर्वेषु देवी असुर देव गणादिकेषु. O Devi, you are the supreme abode of all goodness, all power. Bless your children with prosperity and peace and knowledge and courage. Om sahasra shakha sangyukta samavedo madhudravai agna ayahi mantrena tvam snapayatu chandikam dhritanya. Om atharva vedo habisha bahushakha samanvitaha shanno devi iti mantrena devi tvam abhishinchatu dadhana. Om ashtadasha puranani vyasenoktani yani hinyani chopa puranani dadhana tvam snapayantu hi maharshibhi pranitani dharma shastrani yani cha shatam cha shiti rupani snapayantu maheshwarim. Ghata chatushtaya प्रथम घटम अग्निमीले पुरोहितम यज्ञस्य देवमृत्विजम होतारम रत्नधातमम द्वितीयम. During the Durga Puja, Shri Chandi Grantha is chanted as part of the puja rituals. Chandi Parayana forms an integral part of Durga Puja. The devout chant it every day. Shri Chandi is also known as the Durga Saptashati. Like the Bhagavad Gita, Durga Saptashati contains 700 verses. It describes the glories of the Devi, her leelas and avadanas, her divine feats. which are meant for our devout contemplation. The Chandi Grantha is divided into 3 chapters, 3 parts with 13 chapters. In the first part, Devi appears as Mahamaya, which is described as Yoga Nidra of Bhagavan Vishnu. That is to say, Mahamaya is the power of tamas, tamoguna, which makes people lethargic, indolent and sleepy. Under the influence of this cosmic delusive power, Lord Vishnu went to sleep. At that time, 2 demons by name Madhu and Kaitabha came out of the ears of Bhagavan and attacked Brahma, the creator god. Brahma then praised the Divine Mother as Mahamaya or Yoga Nidra. Pleased with the petition, she withdrew herself from Vishnu's body. Vishnu now woke up and killed Madhu and Kaitapha. This is the story described in the first part of Shri Shri Chandi, the Devi Mahatmya. एतेषु मनसो भूत्वा भृङ्गारैः स्नापयन्तु ते मदितिश्चदितिश्चैव तथैवारुन्धति सति एतासु मनसो भूत्वा भृङ्गारैः स्नापयन्तु तं व्यासश्च नारदश्चैव. In the second part of the Chandi Grantha, Devi appears as Mahishasura-mardini and is also called Chandika. When a powerful demon by name Mahishasura was the king of the Asuras, the demons attacked the Devas, the gods, and vanquished them. The defeated gods went to Shiva and Vishnu and complained about the atrocities of Mahishasura. Hearing this, Vishnu and Shiva and other gods, the presiding deities, all became angry. The rays of their anger combined to form a supremely powerful and dazzlingly bright female being, the Devi known also as Chandika and Ambika. Seeing the dazzling brightness of the Devi, Mahishasura first sent his army to attack her, but the Divine Mother exterminated them all. Then Mahishasura, who had the form of a buffalo, himself attacked her. Devi at once jumped upon his body, pressed his neck with her foot, struck his chest with her spear, and finally cut off his head. The gods, being extremely relieved and pleased, praised the Devi, and their praises take up the rest of the second part of the Chandi Grantha. In the third part of the Chandi, the Devi Mahatmya, Durga Saptashati, Devi Durga appears first as Parvati, and then out of her form there arises another form known as Kaushiki. 2 Asura brothers, Shumbha and Nishumbha, became lords of the 3 worlds, and the gods lost everything. Coming to know of the beauty of the Devi Durga, they sent word to her, asking her to come to them. When she spurned their order, they at first sent 2 demons, Chanda and Munda, to capture her. Seeing them, Ambika became angry, and out of that anger there issued forth a terrible form of Shakti known as Kali, who fought with the demons. Finally, Kali cut off the heads of Chanda and Munda. She thus came to be called Chamunda. Now Shumbha and Nishumbha themselves rode in their chariots and attacked Ambika and Kali. After a protracted battle, Ambika Shri Durga destroyed Shumbha and Nishumbha. The Snana ceremony is over. The Snana ceremony is completed along with the beats of your heart. Atma Samarpana is part of the puja. Along with other offerings, the devotee is supposed to offer himself or herself at the feet of the Ishta Devata. The image of Durga as Mahishasura Mardini epitomizes the contents of the Durga Saptashati. It's a very glorious picture of the Parashakti now felt in the holy premises of Belur Mutt. Belur Mutt today has assumed a very magnificent look as the Divine Mother. Shri Durga has manifested here in the form of the Mahishasura Mardini, accompanied by her two daughters, according to the legend, prevalent legend, Shri Lakshmi and Shri Saraswati, and two sons, Ganesh and Kartik. The Divine Mother is here to accept the puja offered by her humble children. A mother has three main functions: to give birth, to nourish, to care and protect. It is the third aspect, caring and protecting, that is highlighted in the Chandi. God is not a disinterested spectator of the drama of human life. She is an active participant. She protects people from dangers. There is this cosmic figure of the Divine Mother, towering over millions of people, guarding them from dangers, punishing evildoers. Human mind tends to associate Godhead only with love and compassion. We forget that Godhead has also an aspect of power, terror, and destruction. This destructive aspect of Godhead was once shown to Arjuna by Bhagavan Sri Krishna through the Vishwarupa Darshana revelation. We find the same terrible aspect of God depicted as the eternal feminine throughout the mantras of Sri Sri Chandi. Tatah kruddha jaganmata chandika panamuttamam papau punah punaschaiva jahasarunalochana तुष्टुवुस्तां सुरा देवीं सह दिव्यैर महर्षिभिः जगुर्गन्धर्वपतयो ननृतुश्चाप्सरो गणाः. Shakti is regarded as the feminine principle. An integral aspect of the feminine principle is the motherhood. It is this maternal aspect that is glorified in Sri Sri Chandi and in the Shakta tradition in general. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to say, Jini Brahmo Tini Shakti Tini Ma. He who is Brahman is Shakti, and he himself is the mother of the universe. Yadeva Brahma Upanishatsu Prasiddham Tadeva Shakti Sa Shakti Reva Mata Samasta Jagatam. The Durga Saptashati depicts the reality of evil, vice, wickedness, cruelty, injustice, suffering. All these are as much real as virtue, love, compassion, cooperation, etc., which humanity has idealized and dreamed about from time immemorial. Dharma and adharma, virtue and vice, are two inseparable aspects of reality that we experience around us. But the Divine Mother of the universe is not a disinterested spectator of the drama of human life. She intervenes from time to time. She is an active participant in our lives. She protects her children from all dangers. She comes down in various forms, and one such form is the benign face of Mother Sri Sharada, the divine consort of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna.
Om Sarva-mangala-mangalyam Varenyam Varadam Shubham Narayanam Namaskritya Sarvakaranam.
After the Mahasnana ceremony, now begins the Ashtami Vihita Puja, the worship enjoined for the Ashtami Tithi of the Durga Puja. The preliminary rituals are underway, beginning from Achamanam.
Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Suraya Diviva Chakshurastatam Om Apavitra Pavitro Vag Sarvavastangato Piva Yasmaret Vandirikaksham Sabhayabhyantara Shuchi Kushangurya Om Devi Tata Prakritam Chittam Papa Krantam Abhunamama Tannisara Chittam.
The scriptures wake us up from our futile dreams and situates us right in the midst of the terrible realities of the present day world, which we very often fail to face. The Hindu scriptures help us overcome our difficulties by sincerely surrendering to the divine power, manifesting in different forms in our midst. An important message of the Shakta scriptures, especially the Durga Saptashati, is the empowerment of women. Sri Sri Chandi shows to what heights this empowerment government can be raised, how much power women can wield, how they can work independently and face boldly even the worst challenges of life without unduly depending on men. The Shakta scriptures also deliver a message of hope, the assurance of divine help and succor. In spite of all the terrible happenings described in the Durga Saptashati, the war, the suffering of the Devas, the destruction, the calamities, there is absolutely no pessimistic tone or note of despair in the Chandi. Let troubles and difficulties come, let even dire calamities occur, we have nothing to fear, for there is God the Mother, who protects us from all dangers and gives us the inner strength to face them. In modern times, in our times, the Divine Mother, born as Shri Sharada Devi, has given us this assurance. Always remember, my child, there is somebody behind you. Place your burden upon me and remain unperturbed. This is also the message of Devi Durga to her devotees. ईशान सर्वलोकम ईशान गंधद्वानाम दुराधर्षाम नित्य पुष्टांकरी श्रीम ईश्वरीम सर्वभूतानाम तामिहोपवै श्रियम युवासुवा सपरिवीत आगात सौश्रेयान भवति जायमान तंधीरास कवय उन्नयन्ति साध्यो मनसादि वयन्तः सर्वतीर्थोद्भवं वारी सर्वदेव समन्वितं मिमं घटं समारुह्य तिष्ठदेवी गणैः सह स्थां स्थिं स्थिरो भव विद्वङ्ग आशुर्भव वाज्यर्वं पृथुर्भव सुषतस्तमग्ने पुरीशवाहन The Ashtami Puja is underway on the Puja Mandapa. Baneshwara Shivalinga can be seen. Narayana Shila is here in front of the image of Devi Durga. The representation of Devi Durga and her parivaras, the goddess and her retinue, in the Puja Mandapa has great scriptural, spiritual, artistic significance. The platform on which the images are arranged is known as the Kathamo. There are 7 murtis on the Kathamo. Mother Durga is in the middle. She is seen as Mahishasura-mardini. Her right foot is on her Vahana, the Simha, the lion. Her left foot is on the Mahishasura, who is hit by her Shula. On the right side of Mother Durga we can see Shri Lakshmi and Ganesh. Lakshmi is placed above and Ganesh or Ganapati placed slightly below. Similarly, on the left side of Mother Durga we can see Shri Saraswati and Kartikeya, who is also known as Subramanya in the south of India. In this form, the Mother Durga is the Mahishasura-mardini, ever undefeated and always eager for our well-being. Aparajita viryatvam ativasmat hitodhyata Asharanye Sharanyatvam Akarana Kripakari. Oh, the compassionate Mother, we are here to offer our worship, our humble worship at your lotus feet. Please bless us.
द्वारदेवता पूजनम आमंत्रति गंधपुष्पेन
The
पूजय
preliminary
एते
pujas
गंधपुष्पे ओम
of
द्वारदेवताभ्यो
various
नमः
deities
एते गंधपुष्पे ओम ह्रीं
is
विघ्नेशाय
underway.
नमः एते गंधपुष्पे ओम ह्रीं महालक्ष्म्यै नमः एते गंधपुष्पे ओम ह्रीं सरस्वत्यै नमः एते गंधपुष्पे ओम ह्रीं द्वारश्रियै नमः एते गंधपुष्पे ओम ह्रीं गंगणेशाय नमः एते गंधपुष्पे ओम ह्रीं शां क्षेत्रपालाय नमः एते गंधपुष्पे ओम ह्रीं शंखनिधये नमः एते गंधपुष्पे ओम ह्रीं पद्मनिधये नमः एते गंधपुष्पे ओम ह्रीं मायाशक्तये नमः एते गंधपुष्पे ओम ह्रीं चित्शक्तये नमः एते गंधपुष्पे ओम ह्रीं धात्रे नमः एते गंधपुष्पे ओम ह्रीं विधात्रे नमः एते गंधपुष्पे ओम ह्रीं गंगायै नमः एते गंधपुष्पे ओम
About
ह्रीं यमुनायै
88
नमः
years ago,
एते गंधपुष्पे ओम ह्रीं अस्त्राय नमः एते गंधपुष्पे ओम ह्रीं ब्रह्मणे नमः
right,
एते
Swami
गंधपुष्पे ओम ह्रीं
Vimalatmananda,
वास्तुपुरुषाय नमः बेताला आवाहनं त्रिकुणमण्डलं विलिख्य
Jagat Banerjee, an Orthodox Brahmin of Bali, was surprised to see the multitude of people at a small monastery on the Ganges. They had come either by steamer from Ahiritola or by foot from Salkia or by train from the nearest railway station. He could not restrain himself from inquiring what was going on there. That was the year 1901. In the balmy autumn air of that year, the fields were lush green, with paddy stalks waving their laden heads and lotuses, jasmines and tuberoses were rendering the air fragrant and heavenly. The autumn festival was being held for the first time in that monastery, which was consecrated only 3 years before. That was the first Durga Puja in image at Belur Mutt. Swami Vivekananda introduced the worship of Mother Durga at the monastery. Many Orthodox Pandits of the neighboring places used to criticize Swami Vivekananda and the other monks of Belur Mutt for their innovating and liberal ideas, their modes of work, and especially their non-observance of the customs regarding caste and food. When Belur Mutt celebrated Durga Puja in 1901 in the presence of Mother Sri Sharada and Swami Vivekananda and other disciples of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, these bigoted people who considered themselves custodians of Hinduism gave up their animosity and attended the puja. They became at last convinced that the monks of the Ramakrishna order were truly sanatani sannyasins. Swami Vivekananda's main purpose then in conducting the Durga Puja was to remove all unsavory doubts and skepticism from the minds of the Orthodoxy.
मणिधरी वज्रणी महाप्रतिषण रक्ष रक्ष हुं फट स्वाहा सौं आं हुं फट स्वाहा क्लीं ऐं फट ओम शताभिषेको हुं फट स्वाहा हम शताभिषेको हुं फट स्वाहा हम शताभिषेको हुं फट स्वाहा ओम पुष्पे पुष्पे महापुष्पे सुपुष्पे पुष्प संभवे पुष्पचयावकेने च हुं फट स्वाहा पुष्पकेतु राजा रते शताय सम्मुख सम्मम दायुः ओम दक्ष जग विनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटि परिवृतायै भद्रकालेरी बम दुर्गाय नमः फट 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 छोटिकादशकं भूमि विघ्न निवारणं फट 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 अंतरिक्ष विघ्न निवारणम अस्त्राय फट देवता पूजा द्रव्य शुद्धि ओम ह्रीं फट भारत्रयम धेनु मुद्रा प्रदर्शनम Mantra Shuddhi. Om Daksha Jagga Vinashinyai
The
Mahagurayai
Ashtami
Yogini
Tithis
Koti
Puja
Parivritayai
is
Bhadrakalayai
taking
Om
place
Durgayai Namaha.
on the Puja Mandap.
Om Daksha Jagga Vinashinyai Mahagurayai
Brahmachari
Yogini Koti
Shubrato
Parivritayai
Maharaj
Bhadrakalayai
is
Om
the Pujak.
Durgayai Namaha. Chong Om Daksha Jagga
Swami
Vinashinyai
Shastrajnanandaji Maharaj
Mahagurayai
is the
Yogini
Tantra
Koti
Dharak.
Parivritayai Bhadrakalayai Bhim Om Durgayai Namaha. Chong Om Daksha Jagga Vinashinyai Mahagurayai Yogini Koti Parivritayai Bhadrakalayai Om Durgayai Namaha. Tong Om Daksha Jagga Vinashinyai Mahagurayai Yogini Koti Parivritayai Bhadrakalayai Om Durgayai Namaha. Om Daksha Jagga Vinashinyai Mahagurayai Yogini Koti Parivritayai Bhadrakalayai Om Durgayai Namaha. Yang Om Daksha Jagga Vinashinyai Mahagurayai Yogini Koti Parivritayai Bhadrakalayai Om Durgayai Namaha. Yang Shang Om Daksha Jagga Vinashinyai Mahagurayai Yogini Koti Parivritayai Bhadrakalayai Om Durgayai Namaha. Shang Vanni Prakara Chintanam Rang Mantrera Dehamarjanam Bharamekam Daksha Jagga Vinashinyai Mahagurayai Yogini Koti Parivritayai Bhadrakalayai Om Durgayai Namaha. Durge Durge Rakshani Swaha Fat Swaha Pranayama Bhim Mantrera.
Sister Nivedita writes in the Vedanta Kesari, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. Some archaic sentences here and there in the world's scriptures tell us of the wars that were waged in heaven before the beginning of time and of the heritage, dim, prehistoric, supernatural that was left from them to men and gods. What is it that makes this element of mythology so clear? What force has raised it in this one case to the significance which it attains in the Chandi portion of the Markandeya Purana? This is, above all others, the Purana of India and Bengal especially. But here, the central figure of the drama is no archangel, mighty in power and beauty, but the mother herself, personification of the creative energy, focus and center of the visible universe. Back and forth amidst the applause of heaven, does she pursue the ever-changing demons, and at the moment of her triumph, when 10 armed on the leaving lion and sword in hand, she subjugates her foe. She is portrayed as the image of Durga. Such is the story told by the sculpture, half epic, half literary, from which was taken the text that is recited over and over again from one end of Bengal to the other, with worship and fasting throughout the great 9 days from the new moon of Ashwin until Dasara or the 10th day. Everywhere in India, the feast that corresponds to Durga Puja is military in character, says Sister Nivedita. Perhaps fundamentally in consequence of the fact that in the north at least, the rains are just over. The first 7 days are spent in the cleaning and display of weapons, and on the 10th occurs the prostration and exhibition in arms.
Om Akshastraja Maharena Potamudagratangkang Vidyankaraira Viratang
Very curious is it at Nagpur on this day to see the last scion of the Bhosles set out on the stately promenade that was, to his fathers, the beginning of a freebooting expedition, and long before that a hunting party. But domestically in Bengal, it is a very different element in the festival that determines the feeling of the home with regard to it. The child to whose afterlife each flash of a waterfall is to carry its reminder, more or less vivid, of Durga with crown and sword, does not in its childhood itself conceive of her as the cosmic energy.
Om Aim Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam
Here she is maiden, perfectly in beauty, none like in holiness, whose past and future are a glorified wifehood, on whose rapture of devotion the eye of the great God himself has fallen, and who enters the Indian household, goddess and queen notwithstanding, as after all the little wedded daughter returning for a 10 days visit to her father's house. Durga Puja is lavishly celebrated, and everyone gives and receives through the mother. Humanism is one of the salient features of our religion. The organization of our festivals is intended to foster humanism. Durga Puja is a period of worship during which everyone is given an opportunity to do his best and give his best to please the mother. We are the children of the mother, and the puja celebrations enable us to sacrifice to our utmost ability in art, in music, Vedic lore, physical endurance, charity. In fact, in every sphere of human activity, we try to excel ourselves. Durga Puja is lavishly celebrated, and everyone gives and receives through the mother, says Sister Nivedita.
Bangitebhyo sopakarana bhaga naivedyebhyo namah. Bangitebhyo sopakarana bhaga naivedyebhyo namah. Bangitebhyo sopakarana bhaga naivedyebhyo namah. Bangitebhyo sopakarana bhaga naivedyebhyo namah.
Naivedyam is offered to different deities as part of the puja. These are the preliminary pujas to various deities, Panchadevatas. These pujas will be followed by a grand worship using 16 offerings for Mother Durga.
Om Devendra Mauli Mandara Makaranda Kanaruna Vignam Maharantu Hedamba Charanam Bujarina Baha Ekadantam Mahakayam Lambodaram Gajananam Vignanashakaram Ebam Hedambam Pranamamyam Om Sarva Vigna Vinashaya Sarva Kalyana Hetavi Parvati Priyaputraya Ganeshaya Namo Namaha. Shiva Pujanam.
The figure of Durga Devi is represented as having 10 hands, holding weapons to kill the evil forces and symbols of mercy and protection. Sarva Praharana Dharini and Varabhayadaini. Om Namah Shivaya Dhyayen Nityam Mahesham Rajatagirinibam
Shiva Puja Ratna Kalpa Jwalangang Parashumarigavara Hastam Prasannam Padmasinam Samantastu Tamamare Ganir Vyagra Kritim Basanam विश्वाद्यं विश्वबीजं निखिलभयहरं पञ्चवक्त्रं त्रिनेत्रम् ईशगन्ध ओं नमः शिवाय नमः इदं सचन्दनपुष्पम् ओं नमः शिवाय नमः इदं सचन्दनबिल्वदलम् ओं नमः शिवाय नमः एष धूप ओं नमः शिवाय नमः एष दीप ओं नमः शिवाय नमः इदं सोपकरणभागनैवेद्यम् ओं नमः शिवाय नमः दशधा जपे ईश सचन्दनपत्रपुष्पाञ्जलि ओं नमः शिवाय नमः एते गन्धपुष्पे ओं ह्रीं गौर्यै नमः एते गन्धपुष्पे ओं अष्टमूर्तिभ्यो नमः ओं नमः शिवाय शान्ताय कारणत्रय हेतवे निवेदयामि चात्मानं त्वं गतिः परमेश्वर तव तत्त्वं न जानामि
Shakti,
कीदृशोऽसि
Devi
महेश्वर
Durga, is the
यादृशोऽसि
consort of
महादेवतादृशाय
Shiva.
नमो नमः सूर्य ओम राम ह्रीं सरक्ताम्बुजा
She is the power of Shiva, Shiva Shakti.
जगतामधिपं भजामि पद्मद्वयाभयवरं ददतं कराब्जैर्माणिक्यमौलिमरुणां
Devi Durga, the Shiva Shakti, appeared as an avatar in the world at the request of the Devas in order to put down evil represented by Mahishasura and protect the righteous.
ईश सचंदन पुष्पांजलि ओम ह्रां ह्रीं श्री सूर्याय नमः ओम जवाकुसुम संकाशं काश्यपेयं महाद्युतिं ध्वान्तारिं सर्वपापघ्नं प्रणतोऽस्मि दिवाकरं नारायण स्नानम
Shiva Puja is concluded. Now Narayana Puja. Sriman Narayana is represented by the Shalagrama Shila, which will be worshipped now. Pancha Devata Puja is underway now. Pancha Devatas include Ganesha, Shiva, Narayana, Surya and Kaushiki Devi, an aspect of Devi Durga.
Om Shanno Devi Abhishtaye Shanno Bhavantu Pitaye Shangyorabhisravantu Naha Om Narayanaya Vidmahe Vasudevaya
Snaniyam,
Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat.
the sacred waters for Snana, is offered for Narayana as part of the puja.
Shighram Kuru, Shighram, Shighram.
The figure of Devi Durga is represented as having 10 hands, wielding weapons to kill the evil forces. On either side of the figures, on either side of Devi Durga, the figures of Saraswati and Lakshmi are set up, and also those of Vigneshwara and Lord Subramanya or Kartikeya. The idea is that Durga brings with her prosperity, represented by Lakshmi, and knowledge, represented by Saraswati. Vighneshwara, Shri Ganesha, helps to remove obstacles, and Kartikeya brings prowess and success. With such wealth of power, knowledge and prosperity, why should we despair? Durga Puja instills courage in our hearts to overcome any obstacles, natural or otherwise. This is the
Isha
significance
Sachandana
of
Tulasi Patra
Durga Puja.
Pushpanjali Om Narayanaya Namaha Iti Gandha Pushpe Sri Lakshmi Devyai Namaha Iti Gandha Pushpe Om Saraswatyai Namaha Iti Gandha Pushpe Om Trailokya Pujita Shriman Sada Vijaya Vardhana Shanti Kurugada Pani Narayana Namostute Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Jai Durga Om Ring Kala Bhrabham Katakshairadikula Bhaidang Mauli Badbhendurekham Shankang Chakram Kripanam Trishikamapi
Narayana Puja is followed by Kaushiki Durga Puja.
Sapurayantim Dhyayed Durgam Jayakhyam Tridasha Parivritam Sevitam Siddhikamai Ishaganda Om Rim Jai Durgaye Namaidam Sachandana Pushpam Om Rim Jai Durgaye Namaidam Sachandana Bilvadalam Om Rim Jai Durgaye Nama Isha Dhupa Om Rim Jai Durgaye Nama Isha Deepa Om Rim Jai Durgaye Namaha Idam Sopakarana Bhagana Iridyam Om Rim Jai Durgaye Namaha Rim Dashadha Jape Isha Satandana Patra Pushpanjali Om Rim Jai Durgaye Namaha Om Sarva-mangala-mangalye Shive sarvartha-sadhike Sharanye Tryambake Gauri Narayani namo'stu Banishwara Snana
Worship of God as Mother has prevailed in India from prehistoric times. It was perhaps in vogue even in the time of the Vedic rishis. In the Rig Veda, there is a wonderful hymn known as the Devi Suktam, which is chanted during Durga Puja days. Devi Suktam is a declaration of the spiritual realization of a Rishika called Vag Ambrini. This Rishika, who was the daughter of a sage, realizes her true self as the supreme power that creates and controls the universe. She knows herself as the Paramatman, the Parashakti. The Rishika identifies herself with the Supreme Divine Mother and declares that she moves with the Rudras, Vasus, Adityas and all other gods, that she is the power of all gods and she is the queen of the world and so on. Aham Rudrebhir Vasubhischarami, Aham Adityairuta Vishwadevaihi, Aham Mitra Varunobha Bibharmi, Aham Indragni, Aham Ashvinobhau, says the Rishika, having realized herself as the supreme power which creates, guides, sustains and at the end destroys the whole universe. It is, however, in the Devi Mahatmya, popularly known as the Chandi, that worship of the Divine Mother assumes an independent supreme status. Although Shri Chandi forms a part of the Markandeya Purana, it is treated as an independent scripture, just like the Bhagavad Gita, even though it is part of the Mahabharata. For devotees of the Divine Mother Shri Durga, especially in Bengal and other eastern states, Chandi is regarded as the most sacred and valued scripture.
Dhyanam, Adu Dhyanam. Om Aim Pramattam Shakti Sangyuktam Vanakhyam Cha Mahaprabham Kamavananvitam Devam Sangsara Dahanakshamam Shringaradi Rasolasham Vanakhyam Parameshwaram Evam Dhyatva
In the Puja Mandap,
Yajitam Paramam
Baneshwara Shiva Puja has begun.
Baneshwara Shivaya Namaidam Sachandana Pushpam Om Aim Baneshwara Shivaya Namaidam Sachandana Bilvadalam Om Aim Baneshwara Shivaya Namaha एष धूप ओम ऐं बाणेश्वर शिवाय नमः एष दीप ओम ऐं बाणेश्वर शिवाय नमः तस्मै सोपकरण
During the
नैवेद्याय
puja,
तस्मै सोपकरण
Baneshwara
नैवेद्याय
Shivalinga
पुष्पे
receives
तस्मै सोपकरण नैवेद्याय नमः
the worship on behalf of all other deities. Baneshwara Shiva represents other deities.
बाणेश्वर शिवाय नमः फट फट फटम सुप्रोक्षितमेस्तुं श्री विष्णु पुंडरीकाक्षनाथ इदं सोपकरण नैवेद्यम ओम ऐं बाणेश्वर शिवाय नमः ऐं दशधा जपे ईश सचंदन पत्र पुष्पांजलि ओम ऐं बाणेश्वर शिवाय नमः इति गंधपुष्पे ओम ह्रीं गौर्यै नमः ओं वाणेश्वराय नरकार्णवतारणाय ज्ञानप्रदाय करुणामय सागराय कर्पूरकुन्दधवरेन्दुजटाधराय दारिद्र्यदुःखदहनाय नमः शिवाय गंधपुष्पे पूजा इति गंधपुष्पे रांगाग्नये नमः इति गंधपुष्पे ओमादित्यादीनवग्रहेभ्यो नमः इति गंधपुष्पमिन्द्रादिदशदिक्पालेभ्यो नमः इति गंधपुष्पे काल्यादिदशमहाविद्याभ्यो नमः इति गंधपुष्पे मत्स्यादिदशावतारेभ्यो नमः इति गंधपुष्पे इति गंधपुष्पे सर्वाभ्यो देवीभ्यो नमः इति गंधपुष्पे मकारादिपञ्चाशद्वर्णेभ्यो नमः इति गंधपुष्पे प्रतिपदादितिथिभ्यो नमः इति गंधपुष्पे कृष्णपक्षाय नमः इति गंधपुष्पे शुक्लपक्षाय नमः इति गंधपुष्पे अमावस्याय
Agni and other deities are being worshipped now with flowers besmeared with sandal paste. Worship of the Divine Mother is prevalent all over India. A Kumari Kashmiram, A Kacha Kamakya. In the four directions of India, there are Devi temples of great acclaim and importance. There is Devi Kanyakumari in the south, Devi Kheer Bhavani or Kshir Bhavani in the north, Amba Devi in Rajasthan in the west, and Kamakya and Tripureshwari in the east. In fact, there is hardly any area in India which does not have a Devi temple. Great heroes and sages of the past worshipped the Divine Mother for success, wealth, knowledge and liberation. Sri Ramachandra had worshipped Devi Durga before killing Ravana. Shivaji, the Chhatrapati, the great Maratha king, was a votary of Bhavani. Guru Govinda Singh, the 10th Guru of the Sikhs, had also performed the worship of Mother Durga, and Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna was a devotee of Mother Kali, Bhavatarini of Dakshineshwar Kali temple. The Divine Mother is only one, but her manifestations are many. She is worshipped as an independent supreme goddess. The Divine Mother is regarded as the spouse of Lord Shiva, but he is the Shakti of all the gods. She is the Samashti of the feminine power. He is the supreme spiritual truth expressed in the Shastras. She is the Godhead, the Supreme Godhead in the form of the universal Mother. The Mother's divine form is now being meditated by chanting the mantras.
सुचारुदशनां तदवतपीनोन्नतपयोधरां त्रिभङ्गस्थानसंस्थानां महिषासुरमर्दिनीं मृणालायतसंस्पर्शदशबाहुसमन्वितां त्रिशूलं दक्षिणे ध्येयं खड्गं चक्रं क्रमाददः तीक्ष्णबाणं तथा शक्तिं दक्षिणेषु विचिन्तयेत् खेटकं पूर्णचापं च पाशमङ्कुशमेव च घण्टां वा परशुं वापि वामतः सन्निवेशयेत् अधस्तान् महिषं तद्वद्विशिरस्कं प्रदर्शयेत् शिरश्चेदोद्भवं तद्वद्दानवङ्खरगपाणिनं हृदि शूलेन निर्भिन्नं निर्यदन्त्रविभूषितं रक्तारक्तिकृताङ्गं च रक्तविस्फुरिते क्षणं वेष्टितन्नागपाशेन भ्रूकुटीभीषणाननं सपाशवामहस्तेन धृतकेशं च दुर्गया वमतरुधिरवक्त्रं च देव्या सिंहं प्रदर्शयेत् देव्यास्तु दक्षिणं पादं समं सिंहोपरि स्थितं किञ्चिदूर्ध्वं तथा वामम् अङ्गुष्ठं महिषोपरि प्रसन्नवदनां देवीं सर्वकामफलप्रदां शत्रुक्षयकरीं देवीं दैत्यदानवदर्पहां स्तूयमानं च तद्रूपममरैः सन्निवेशयेत् उग्रचण्डा प्रचण्डा च चण्डोग्रा चण्डनायिका चण्डा चण्डवती चैव चण्डरूपातिचण्डिका आभिशक्तिभिरष्टाभिः सततं परिवेष्टितां चिन्तयेत् जगतां धात्रीं धर्मकामार्थमोक्षदाम्। मानस पूजा
Devi's dhyanam is performed. Now mother will be worshipped.
सहस्रारच्युतामृतै पाद्यं चरणयोर्दद्यात् मनस्त्वर्घ्यं निवेदयेत् तेनामृतेनाचमनीयं स्नानीयं तेन च स्मृतम् आकाशतत्त्वं वस्त्रं स्याद् गन्धः स्याद् गन्धतत्त्वकं चित्तं प्रकल्पयेत् पुष्पं धूपं प्राणान् प्रकल्पयेत् तेजस्तत्त्वं च दीपार्थं नैवेद्यं स्यात् सुधाम्बुधिः अनाहतध्वनिर्घण्टा वायुतत्त्वं च चामरं सहस्रारं भवेत् छत्रं शब्दतत्त्वं च गीतकं नृत्यम् इन्द्रियकर्माणि चाञ्चल्यं मनसस्तथा सुमेखलां पद्ममालां पुष्पं नानाविधं तथा अमायाद्यैर्भावपुष्पैरर्चयेद् भावगोचरम् अमायम् अनहङ्कारम् अरागम् अमदं तथा अमोहकमदम्भं च अद्वेषाक्षोभकौ तथा अमात्सर्यम् अलोभं च दशपुष्पं विदुर्बुधः अहिंसा परमं पुष्पं पुष्पमिन्द्रियनिग्रहः दया पुष्पं क्षमा पुष्पं ज्ञानपुष्पं च पञ्चमम् इति पञ्चदशैर्भावपुष्पैः सम्पूजयेत् शिवाम्। दानार्घ्यं स्थापयेत्।
Devi's Manasa Puja is performed.
इति गन्धपुष्पे ॐ ह्रीमाधार शक्तये नमः।
Various special offerings for Mother Durga are brought to the puja mandap and placed in front of the mother. These are the offerings to be made as part of the Shodashopachara Puja of Shri Durga, which is about to begin now.
इति गन्धपुष्पे ॐ सोममण्डलाय षोडशकलात्मने नमः। ॐ गङ्गे च यमुने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदे सिन्धु कावेरी जलेऽस्मिन् सन्निधिं कुरु।
Danarghya or Vishesharghya, it is otherwise called, is being arranged. This is the arghya to be offered as part of the special puja for the mother. Arghya is a ceremonial gift consecrated with mantras and mudras. and it will be offered during the puja to any deity. The Mahashtamir Puja of the Navratri,
पीठ पूजनम एकैकश
the Mahashtamir Puja which forms
पीठ पूजनम एते
an
गंधपुष्पम
important
आधार शक्तये नमः
part
एते
of
गंधपुष्पम प्रकृत्यै नमः
the
एते
3 days
गंधपुष्पम
Durga
कूर्माय नमः
Puja
एते
celebration
गंधपुष्पम अनंताय नमः एते गंधपुष्पम पृथिव्यै नमः एते
is underway
गंधपुष्पम क्षीरसमुद्राय
in
नमः
Belur
एते गंधपुष्पम मणिमण्डपाय नमः एते गंधपुष्पम श्वेतद्वीपाय नमः एते
Brahmachari
गंधपुष्पम पारिजाताय नमः
Subrato
एते
Maharaj
गंधपुष्पम
is the
कल्पवृक्षाय
pujak.
नमः एते गंधपुष्पम मणिवेदिकायै नमः
He is
एते
accompanied by
गंधपुष्पम
the
रत्नसिंहासनाय नमः
Tantradharak on
एते
the right
गंधपुष्पम
side.
मणिपीठाय नमः एते गंधपुष्पम मुनिभ्यो नमः एते गंधपुष्पम
Swami
देवेभ्यो नमः एते
Shastragnanandaji
गंधपुष्पम
Maharaj.
धर्माय नमः एते गंधपुष्पम ज्ञानाय नमः एते गंधपुष्पम वैराग्याय नमः एते गंधपुष्पम ऐश्वर्याय नमः एते गंधपुष्पम अधर्माय नमः एते गंधपुष्पम अज्ञानाय नमः एते गंधपुष्पम अवैराग्याय नमः एते गंधपुष्पम अनैश्वर्याय नमः
Devi's
एते
Pitha is
गंधपुष्पम
worshipped.
अनंताय नमः एते गंधपुष्पम पद्माय नमः एते गंधपुष्पम आनंदकंदाय नमः एते गंधपुष्पम संबिंदालाय नमः एते गंधपुष्पम प्रकृतिमाय पत्रेभ्यो नमः एते गंधपुष्पम
The
विकारमाय
Tithis
केशरेभ्यो नमः एते गंधपुष्पम तत्वमाय कर्णिकायै नमः
from the
एते गंधपुष्पम
Mahasaptami to
अर्कमण्डलाय
Vijayadashami
द्वादशकलात्मने नमः एते गंधपुष्पम सोममण्डलाय
are marked
षोडशकलात्मने
by
नमः एते
4
गंधपुष्पम मण्डलाय
auspicious
दशकलात्मने नमः
constellations
एते गंधपुष्पे
of stars.
संसत्वाय नमः एते गंधपुष्पे रमरजसे नमः
It is
एते
said in the
गंधपुष्पे
traditional
तमतमसे
puja
नमः एते
manuals,
गंधपुष्पे ममात्मने नमः एते गंधपुष्पे
Mulen
अनन्तरात्मने
avahayet
नमः
devi
एते गंधपुष्पे
Shravanena
परमात्मने नमः एते
visarjayet.
गंधपुष्पे ज्ञानात्मने नमः
Devi's Avahana is on the day associated with the Mula Nakshatra, and the Visarjana Puja is on the day of the Shravana Nakshatra. Thus the main part of the Sharadeya Durga Puja begins on the Saptami Tithi, endowed with Mula Nakshatra. After 3 days of elaborate rituals performed on the Saptami, Ashtami and the Navami Tithis, the puja concludes with Visarjan on the Dashami Tithi associated with Shravana Nakshatra.
ॐ ह्रीं जटाजूटसमायुक्तामर्धेन्दुकृतशेखरां
Devi's dhyana is once again
लोचनत्रयसंयुक्तां
performed.
पूर्णेन्दुसदृशाननम् अतसी पुष्पवर्णाभां
These
सुप्रतिष्ठां
mantras
सुलोचनां
describe
नवयौवनसम्पन्नां सर्वाभरणभूषितां
Mother Durga.
सुचारुदशनां तद्वतपीनोन्नतपयोधरां त्रिभङ्गस्थानसंस्थानां महिषासुरमर्दिनीं मृणालायतसंस्पर्शदशबाहुसमन्वितां त्रिशूलं दक्षिणे ध्येयं खड्गं चक्रं क्रमाददः तीक्ष्णबाणं तथा शक्तिं दक्षिणेषु विचिन्तयेत् खेटकं पूर्णचापं च पाशमङ्कुशमेव च घण्टां वा परशुं वापि वामतः सन्निवेशयेत् अधस्तान्महिषं तद्वद्विशिरस्कं प्रदर्शयेत् शिरश्चेदोद्भवं तद्वद्दानवं खड्गपाणिनं हृदिशूलेन निर्भिन्नं निर्यदन्त्रविभूषितं रक्तारक्तिकृताङ्गं च रक्तविस्फुरिते क्षणं वेष्टितन्नागपाशेन भ्रूकुटीभीषणाननं सपाशवामहस्तेन धृतकेशं च दुर्गया वमतरुधिरवक्त्रं च देव्या सिंहं प्रदर्शयेत् दिव्यास्तु दक्षिणं पादं समं सिंहोपरि स्थितं किञ्चिदूर्ध्वं तथा वाममङ्गुष्ठं महिषोपरि प्रसन्नवदनां देवीं सर्वकामफलप्रदां शत्रुक्षयकरीं देवीं दैत्यदानवदर्पहां स्तूयमानं च तद्रूपममरैः सन्निवेशयेत् उग्रचण्डा प्रचण्डा च चण्डोग्रा चण्डनायिका चण्डा चण्डवती चैव चण्डरूपातिचण्डिका आभिशक्तिविरष्टाभिः सततं परिवेष्टितां चिन्तयेत् जगतां धात्रीं धर्मकामार्थमोक्षदाम्। ঘটের উপরই স্থান।
The flower is offered on the
Abhyukshanam.
ghata,
পরমে
the
প্রণাম।
consecrated pot kept in front of Shri Durga.
রজতাসনম, আদৌ রজতাসনম,
Now the
আদৌ
Shodashopachara
রজতাসনম।
puja begins. The worship
একৈকশে
of Devi Durga, which involves offering 16 upacharas. Asana is offered, a ceremonial seat for mother to sit on and accept the puja. It will be consecrated and offered, and Devi will be invited to take seat.
मया निवेदितं भक्त्या आसनं सफलं कुरु इदं रजतासनमं दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै रीमं दुर्गायै नमः। स्वागतम्। ओम यस्या दर्शनमिच्छन्ति देवा स्वाभीष्टसिद्धये तस्यै ते परमेशानि स्वागतं स्वागतं च मे। ओम भूर्भुवस्व ओम दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै रीमं दुर्गायै नमः। श्रीभगवद्दुर्गे देवी स्वागतं सुस्वागतं ते। पाद्यं भगवतस्मै पाद्याय नमः, भगवतस्मै पाद्याय नमः।
Swagatawakyam,
invitation is
uttered, and Padyam is offered.
sarvadukhapaharini trayasvavarade devi namaste shankarapriye etat padyamam dakshayagvinashinyai mahaghoraye yogini koti parivritaye
Each item is consecrated
etat padyam Sri Bhagavad Durga
and offered by uttering the Moola mantra of Devi Durga.
अर्घ्य भगवतस्मै अर्घ्याय नमः, भगवतस्मै अर्घ्याय नमः, भगवतस्मै अर्घ्याय
Arghya is
नमः।
offered.
गन्धपुष्पे तस्मै अर्घ्याय नमः, ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तदधिपतये देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः। ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तत्सम्प्रदानाय श्री भगवद्दुर्गायै नमः। ओम दुर्वाक्शतशमायुक्तं बिल्वपत्रं
is
तथा
uttered
परम शोभनं
before
शङ्खपात्रस्तं गृहाणार्घं
Arghya.
हरप्रिये एष अर्घ्य ओम दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै
And it is
दुर्गायै
offered
नमः।
by uttering the Moola mantra of Devi Durga.
মাথায় যদি দেওয়া যায় দেখ, ঘটের মাথায় দেওয়া যায় কিনা দেখ, হাতের উপর ভর করে দেখ। ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে। आचमनीयम भगवतस्मै आचमनीयोदकाय नमः, भगवतस्मै आचमनीयोदकाय नमः, भगवतस्मै आचमनीयोदकाय नमः। ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तस्मै आचमनीयोदकाय नमः। ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तदधिपतये देवाय
Water
श्री
to
विष्णवे
rinse
नमः।
mouth,
ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तत्सम्प्रदानाय श्री
Achamaniyodakam is offered
भगवद्दुर्गायै
next.
नमः। ओं मन्दाकिन्यास्तु यद्वारी सर्वपापहरं शुभं गृहाणाचमनीयं त्वं मया भक्त्या निवेदितम् इदमाचमनीयं दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै रीमं दुर्गायै नमः। मधुपर्क
Madhuparka is the next offering.
तस्मै मधुपर्काय नमः, तस्मै मधुपर्काय नमः। ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तस्मै मधुपर्काय नमः। ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तदधिपतये देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः। ओमिते
An
गन्धपुष्पे
offering made
तत्सम्प्रदानाय श्री भगवद्दुर्गायै
predominantly
नमः।
with honey.
ओं मधुपर्कं महादेवी ब्रह्माद्यै परिकल्पितं मया निवेदितं भक्त्या गृहाण परमेश्वरी एष मधुपर्कं
Madhuparka is
दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै
considered a
महाघोरायै
refreshing
योगिनी
drink,
कोटिपरिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै
and it is offered as part of
दुर्गायै नमः।
Shodashopachara puja to the deity.
पुनराचमनीयम्
Once again, Achamaniyodakam is offered to rinse mouth.
पुनराचमनीयोदकाय नमः, तस्मै पुनराचमनीयोदकाय नमः। ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तस्मै पुनराचमनीयोदकाय नमः। ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तदधिपतये देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः। ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तत्सम्प्रदानाय श्री भगवद्दुर्गायै नमः। ओमुच्छिष्टमप्य शुचिर्वा यस्या स्मरणमात्रतः शुद्धिमाप्नोति तस्यै ते पुनराचमनीयकम् इदं पुनराचमनीयोदकं दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै
Devi is
भद्रकाल्यै
considered
दुर्गायै
as seated in
नमः।
front,
गन्धतैलम्
gracefully accepting the offerings.
गन्धतैलाय नमः, तस्मै गन्धतैलाय नमः, तस्मै गन्धतैलाय नमः। ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तस्मै गन्धतैलाय नमः। ओमिते गन्धपुष्पे तदधिपतये देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः। एते गन्धपुष्पे
Puja is
तत्सम्प्रदानाय
offered
श्री
in service to
भगवद्दुर्गायै
her.
नमः। ओम स्नेहं गृहाण स्नेहेन लोकानां मितकारिणी सर्वलोकेषु शुद्धात्वं ददामि स्नेहमुत्तमम् इदं गन्धतैलमं दक्षयज्ञविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै
Gandhatailam is
योगिनी
offered.
कोटिपरिवृतायै
Oil.
भद्रकाल्यै रीमं दुर्गायै नमः। Snaniyam.
for the Devi, followed by
Mangitasmai
Snaniyam,
Snaniyodakaya
bathing
Namangatasmai
water.
Snaniyodakaya Namangatasmai Snaniyodakaya Namomite Gandapushpe Tasmai Snaniyodakaya Namomite Gandapushpe Tatipataye Devaya Shri Vishnave Namomite Gandapushpe Tasampradhanaya Shri Bhagavad Durgaye Namaha. Umidam Sushitalam Bari Swacham Shuddham Manoharam Snanartham
Jivanti Devata Purastad Upavishta
Idam Snanartha
Iti Matva Pujam
Mahaghurayai Yogini
Samarpayet.
Koti Bhadrakaye
This is the ideal of puja.
The
deity is present in front, the living deity, and she is accepting our puja. This must be kept in mind while offering each item at the deity's feet. Om Katyayanaaya Vidmahi Kanyakumari Dhimahi Tanno Durgi Prachodayatu. Vastra. Mangitebhyo sopavita vastrebhyo nama mangitebhyo sopavita vastrebhyo nama mangitebhyo sopavita vastrebhyo nama omite gandapushpetebhyo sopavita vastrebhyo nama omite gandapushpeta tadipataye devaya Shri Vishnave nama omite gandapushpeta sampradhanaya Shri Bhagavad. It is this attitude on the part of the devotee and the worshipper which makes puja a spiritual practice.
Parameshani Parabrahma Swarupini Grinnavastramidam Devi Yagda Sutramidam Shubhe
There is no worship offered to a Mrinmayi Pratima, but the Chinmayi Devi, who is Avirbhuta, who made her presence felt through the image. Mangitasmai Swarnabharanaya Nama Mangitasmai Swarnabharanaya Nama Mangitasmai Swarnabharanaya Nama Umite Gandapushpe Tasmai Swarnabharanaya Nama Umite Gandapushpe Tatipataye Devaya Shri Vishnave Nama Umite Gandapushpe Tasampradhanaya Shri Bhagavad Durgaye Nama Om Divya Ratna Samayukta Bannivanu Samaprabha Gatrani Shobhaishyanti Alankara Sureshwari Idam Swarnabharanam Om Daksha Jagga Vinashinne. Ornaments are offered to the Devi.
Shankhabharanam. Bangatasmai Shankhabharanaya Nama Bangatasmai Shankhabharanaya Nama Bangatasmai Shankhabharanaya Nama Umite Gandapushpe Tasmai Shankhabharanaya Nama Umite Gandapushpe Tatipataye Devaya Shri Vishnave Nama Umite Gandapushpe Tasampradhanaya Shri Bhagavad Durgaye Nama Om Shankho Yang Vividaishchitram Karayor Bhushanam Tabadiyate Chamaya Bhakta Grihana.
Literally, Durga means the one who is difficult to approach or difficult to know. Being the personification of the totality of the powers of the gods, she is naturally difficult to approach or to know. However, being the mother of the universe, she is the personification of tender love when supplicated.
Om Shiror Bhushana Sinduram Bharaturayu Vivardhanam Sarvaratnadhikam Divyam Sinduram.
Sinduram is offered to Mother.
Sinduram Om Daksha Jagga Vinashinyai Mahaghurayai Yogini Koti Paribritayai Bhadrakalleri Om Durgayai Namaha. Netranjanam. Netranjanam.
Vishwajanani Jagannmata Mama Mata Harapriya. She is the mother of the whole universe, but at the same time she is my own mother as well. She is the queen of this universe, but she is my own mother. Hindu liturgy achieves its supreme sublime character through Durga Puja.
Padaya Shobhanam Divyam Malaktam Sumanoharang Maya Niveditam Bhaktya-sthanam Dehi Padambuje Idam Alaktamum Daksha Jagga Vinashinyai Mahaghurayai Yogini Koti Paribritayai Bhadrakalleri Om Durgayai Namaha.
popularly known as alta, is offered.
Bhangatebhyo upabhushanebhyo namah Bhangatebhyo upabhushanebhyo namah Bhangatebhyo upabhushanebhyo namah Omite gandhapushpetebhyo upabhushanebhyo namah Omite gandhapushpeta tadipataye devaya Shri Vishnave namah Omite gandhapushpeta sampradhanaya Shri Bhagavad Durgaye namah Imani upabhushanani Om Daksha Jagga Vinashinyai Mahaghorayai Yogini Koti Parivritaye Bhadrakale Om Durgaye namah Gandha.
Sandal paste is offered.
Gandha. Bhangatasmai gandhaya namah Bhangatasmai gandhaya namah Bhangatasmai gandhaya namah Omite gandhapushpetasmai gandhaya namah Omite gandhapushpeta tadipataye devaya Shri Vishnave namah Omite gandhapushpeta sampradhanaya Shri Bhagavad Durgaye namah Am shariram te na janami cheshtam naiva cha maya niveditan gandhana pratikriya viripyatam esha gandham
Devi
dakshaya
Durga
virashinyai mahaghorayai yogini
is the benign face of the universal divine mother.
Pushpam. Shighram kuru shighram.
Durga is perhaps the most widely worshipped aspect of Shakti. An entire Purana, the Devi Bhagavatam, has been dedicated to her. Another work, more well known than the Devi Bhagavatam, but containing practically the same material in a concise form, is the Devi Mahatmya. It is also known as the Durga Saptashati or Shri Shri Chandi, and forms a part of another well-known Purana, the Markandeya Purana. This work is so highly venerated by the devotees of Devi Durga and the Shakti worshippers that every verse of it is considered to be a mantra, a sacred formula of the Devi, and its repetition is believed to confer whatever boons the votary prays for. Bilwa leaves are offered to Devi Durga. Bilwa leaves are so dear to Mother. Bilwa Vriksha is considered Shiva Rupaha and Shiva Rupaha. Bilwa Vriksha represents Shiva, Shankara, as well as Shiva, Shankari, Jagat Pita and Jagat Mata. Bilwa Patras are offered always in Shiva Puja and Shakti Puja.
Bhangatasmai dhupaya namah Bhangatasmai dhupaya namah Bhangatasmai dhupaya namah Omite Bhangatasmai dhupaya namah.
Garland is offered, followed by dhupa, incense sticks,
Vanaspati raso divyo gandhadya sumanohara agreya sarvadevanam dhupoyam pratigriyatam esha dhupam daksha jagga vinashinyai mahaghorayai
dhupa and
yogini
deepa
koti parivritayai
are always offered.
Om durgayai namah Om katyayanaaya vidmahi kanyakumari dhimahi tanno durga
by ringing bells and uttering the Gayatri mantra of the respective deity. Dhupa is followed by Deepa. First it is consecrated, placing on a plate by showing mudra and uttering mantras. Each item is worshipped before it is offered to the deity. A prayer is uttered to accept the item which is to be offered, and the offering is made by uttering the Mula mantra of the deity.
Jalatambula narikala rachana sahita sopakarana naivedyaya namaha Bhangatasmai jalatambula narikala rachana.
An elaborate arrangement of Naivedyam can be seen.
भृष्टद्रव्यादि सहित भंगितस्मै जलतांबूल नारिकेल रचना
Mother
भृष्टद्रव्यादि
Durga
सहित
is the queen of the universe.
ओमिते गंधपुष्पे एतस्मै
She
जलतांबूल
is Jaganmata, she is Maharatni. Shri Mata Shri Maharatni, says Lalita Sahasranama. Her offerings are royal, elaborate, grand.
देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः एते गंधपुष्पे तत्संप्रदानाय श्री भगवत दुर्गायै नमः फट 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 এখন শুধু এইটা নিবেদন এটা রোজ দিলে তারপরে এটা খেচারণ फट 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 ओम सुप्रोक्षितमस्तु ओम श्री विष्णु पुंडरीकाक्ष पुनातु ओम फलमूलानि सर्वाणि ग्राम्यारण्यानि यानि च नानाविध सुगंधीनि गृह्णदेवी ममाचिरम् ओम नैवेद्यं विविधम दिव्यं सुमिष्टं फलमूलकं शर्करादि समायुक्तं चरवं चोष्यं प्रगृह्यताम् इदं सोपकरण नैवेद्यं भृष्टद्रव्यादि सहित सोपकरण नैवेद्यं दक्षयज्ञ विनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटि परिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै ओम दुर्गायै नमः ओम ह्रीमेतज्जलममृत उपस्तरणमसि स्वाहा
सदा तुष्टा जगन्माता किमपि न वाञ्छति चेदपि भक्तः स्वात्म निर्वृतये इष्टदेवतायै स्वाभीष्टमेव समर्पयति
सोपकरण खेचरान्नाय नमः भंगतस्मै सामीश सोपकरण खेचरान्नाय नमः ओमिते गंधपुष्पे तस्मै सामीश सोपकरण खेचरान्नाय नमः
त्वमेव वस्तु हे देवी तुभ्यमेव समर्पये
नमः ओमिते एतत् संप्रदानाय श्री भगवत दुर्गाय नमः फट फट फट
The divine mother nourishes the whole world. She gives us our food. She nourishes our pranas as our food and drink. And we offer her own things at her feet. The universe that we see and experience is a bundle of energy, both packed and unpacked. This is the discovery of modern science as well. But there is one basic energy, Mahashakti, according to the Tantra Shastra, behind all forms of matter and energy. The source and sustenance of all creation, whether at the level of matter or life or mind, is one and one only. It is Shakti, it is Brahman. It is Brahman of the Vedanta, it is Shakti of the Tantra. And Shakti or Devi of the Tantras are identical. When that energy is in a static condition, with neither evolution nor involution, when the universe to be created is not even in a seed form, as it were, it is called Brahman. When it starts evolving into this creation that we perceive and sustains it and withdraws it back into itself, it is called Shakti. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa realized and declared that Je Brahmo She Shakti. It is Brahman which appears as the Shakti. If Brahman is the coiled serpent in sleep, says Sri Ramakrishna, Shakti is the same serpent in motion. Paramatma Kundalakara Suptaha Sarpaiva Sthitaha. पराशक्तिरिति स्वापात्
ॐ
प्रबुद्ध प्रसरन् स्मृतः
नानाफलसमायुक्तां नानावस्तुपशोभितां रचनां ते प्रयच्छामि गृहाण परमेश्वरि ईशा रचनां दक्षजगविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै ह्रीं ॐ दुर्गायै
Various
नमः
food offerings
ॐ
are
जलं
made
च
to Mother.
शीतलं स्वच्छं नित्यं शुद्धं मनोहरं पानार्थं इच्छामि गृहाण हरवल्लभे इदं पानार्थदकमं दक्षजगविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै ह्रीं ॐ दुर्गायै नमः इदं नारिकेलदकमं दक्षजगविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी
नित्यतृप्तायै महादेव्यै समर्पितानि
दुर्गायै नमः
नैवेद्यानि
मुच्छिष्टमप्यशुचिर्वायस्या
समर्पकानामेव आत्मानं
स्मरणमात्रतः
तर्पयन्ति।
इदं पुनराचमनीयोदकमं दक्षजगविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै ह्रीं ॐ दुर्गायै नमः अंगफलपत्रसमायुक्तं कर्पूरेण सुभाषितं मया निवेदितं भक्त्या ताम्बूलं प्रतिगृह्यताम् इदं ताम्बूलं दक्षजगविनाशिन्यै महाघोरायै योगिनी कोटिपरिवृतायै भद्रकाल्यै ह्रीं ॐ दुर्गायै नमः ॐ ह्रीं दुर्गायै नमः दशधा
All offerings are made in the same way as we treat an important guest in our household. Today, Mother of the universe has come to our home, our humble home, to our hearts, into our midst. ओम जयंती मंगला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा शिवा क्षमा धात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमोस्तुते Durgotsava is the celebration of the Divine Mother's visit to our humble home. The devotee prepares a humble worship to make her happy and comfortable. She is the personification of all knowledge, arts, sciences, crafts and skills. She is the representation of all power. She is courage personified. She is purity personified. She is beauty personified. In the Hindu mythological literature, as also in the Tantras, the divine Shakti, the divine energy, is always pictured as a female deity, the Devi, and she is the consort of the male deity who represents Paramatma.
शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणि नमोस्तुते प्रणतानां प्रसीद त्वं देवी विश्वार्तिहारिणी त्रैलोक्यवासिनां ये लोकानां वरदा भव.
For Mother, praying to Mother to accept the offerings and bless the devotees present.
प्रसादं कुरु मे देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोस्तुते.
A large number of visitors, devotees are present in the holy premises of Belur Mutt today on the Ashtami Tithi of the Durga Puja. Ashtami Tithi Vihita Puja Samapta. Prathamika Puja Samaptingata. The preliminary puja as part of the Ashtami Puja is over. Devi is offered with 16 upacharas. Prayers are uttered and it is now being concluded with an arati. This Nirajanam to Devi marks the conclusion of the Shodashopachara Puja. ईषत्सहासममलं परिपूर्णचन्द्रबिम्बानुकारि कनकोत्तमकान्तिकान्तम् अत्यद्भुतं प्रहृतमात्तरुषा तथापि वक्त्रं विलोक्य सहसा महिषासुरेण. O Devi, you are the intellect by which the essence of all scriptures is comprehended. You are Durga, the boat that takes
ईशगंध ओम राम हृदयाय नमः हृदयांग शक्तये नमः इदं सचंदन पुष्पम ओम राम हृदयाय नमः कृतांजलि कृतांजलि माज्ञापय महादेवी भवत्या परिवारान् पूजयामि
the Shodashopachara
ईशगंध ओम राम हृदयाय नमः हृदयांग शक्तये नमः इति गंध पुष्प ओम राम हृदयाय नमः हृदयांग शक्तये नमः इदं सचंदन बिल्वदलम ओम राम हृदयाय नमः हृदयांग शक्तये नमः ईश धूप ओम राम हृदयाय नमः हृदयांग शक्तये नमः ईश दीप ओम राम हृदयाय नमः हृदयांग शक्तये नमः भंगितभ्यो सोपकरण भाग नैवेद्यभ्यो नमः भंगितभ्यो सोपकरण भाग नैवेद्यभ्यो नमः ओमिति गंधपुष्पेतेभ्यो सो श्री भगवद दुर्गाय शरंग शक्तिभ्यो नमः फट 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 ओम सुप्रोक्षितमस्तु ओम श्री विष्णु पुंडरीकाक्ष पुनाथ इदं सोपकरण नैवेद्य इदं राम हृदयाय नमः इदं सोपकरण भाग नैवेद्यम हृदयांग शक्तये नमः राम दशधा जपेत ईश चंदन पत्र पुष्पांजलि राम हृदयाय नमः हृदयांग शक्तये नमः ओम राम हृदयाय नमः हृदयांग शक्तये नमः ईश गंध ओम ह्रीं शिरसे स्वाहा शिरोंग शक्तये नमः एते गंधपुष्प ओम ह्रीं शिरसे स्वाहा शिरोंग शक्तये नमः इदं सचंदन बिल्वदलम ओम ह्रीं शिरसे स्वाहा शिरोंग शक्तये नमः एष धूप ओम ह्रीं शिरसे स्वाहा शिरोंग शक्तये नमः एष दीप ओम ह्रीं शिरसे स्वाहा शिरोंग शक्तये नमः इदं सोपकर्ण भाग नैवेद्यम ओम ह्रीं शिरसे स्वाहा शिरोंग शक्तये नमः ह्रीं
the
दशधा
god of dissolution and
ईश
destruction.
चंदन पत्र पुष्पांजलि ओम ह्रीं शिरसे स्वाहा शीरोंग शक्तये नमः ओम ह्रीं शिरसे स्वाहा शीरोंग शक्तये नमः ईश गंध ओम ह्रूं शिखायै व षट् शिखांग शक्तये नमः ईते गंध पुष्पे ओम ह्रूं शिखायै व षट् शिखांग शक्तये नमः इदं सचंदन बिल्वदलम ओम ह्रूं शिखायै व षट् शिखांग शक्तये नमः ईश धूप ओम ह्रूं शिखायै व षट् शिखांग शक्तये नमः ईश दीप ओम ह्रूं शिखायै व षट् शिखांग शक्तये नमः इदं सोमकर्ण भाग नैवेद्यम ओम ह्रूं शिखायै व षट् शिखांग शक्तये नमः ह्रूं दशधा जपे ईश चंदन पत्र पुष्पांजलि ओम ह्रूं शिखायै व षट् शिखांग शक्तये नमः ईश गंध ओम ह्रैं कवचाय हूं कवचांग शक्तये नमः इति गंध पुष्पे ओम ह्रैं कवचाय हूं कवचांग शक्तये नमः इदं सचंदन बिल्वदलम ओम ह्रैं कवचाय हूं कवचांग शक्तये नमः ईश धूप ओम ह्रैं कवचाय हूं कवचांग शक्तये नमः ईश दीप ओम ह्रैं कवचाय हूं कवचांग शक्तये नमः इदं सोपकर्ण भाग नैवेद्यम ओम ह्रैं कवचाय हूं कवचांग शक्तये
Still
नमः
others like Aparna and Uma have specific
ईश
references
चंदन पत्र
to
पुष्पांजलि
certain
ओम ह्रैं
stories in
कवचाय हूं
Puranic
कवचांग
literature.
शक्तये नमः ओम ह्रैं कवचाय हूं कवचांग शक्तये नमः ईश गंध ओम ह्रौं नेत्रत्रयाय बहुषट् नेत्रांग शक्तये नमः ईते गंध पुष्प ओम ह्रौं नेत्रत्रयाय बहुषट् नेत्रांग शक्तये नमः इदं सचंदन
According to the
बिल्वदलम ओम ह्रौं
Puranic
नेत्रत्रयाय बहुषट् नेत्रांग
in
शक्तये नमः
Devi's
इद
first
ईश धूप ओम
incarnation, she
ह्रौं
was
नेत्रत्रयाय
Dakshayani,
बहुषट्
the
नेत्रांग
daughter of
शक्तये नमः
Daksha,
ईश दीप ओम ह्रौं नेत्रत्रयाय बहुषट् नेत्रांग
Prasuti.
शक्तये नमः इदं
And
सोपकर्ण
she was
भाग
married to
नैवेद्यम ओम ह्रौं
Dorshi.
नेत्रत्रयाय बहुषट् नेत्रांग शक्तये नमः इदं सोप ईश चंदन पत्र पुष्पांजलि ओम ह्रौं नेत्रत्रयाय बहुषट् नेत्रांग शक्तये नमः ओम ने ह्रौं
Unable to
नेत्रत्रयाय
understand
बहुषट् नेत्रांग
Lord
शक्तये
Shiva's
नमः
greatness,
ईश गंध ओम करतल
Daksha
पृष्ठाभ्यमस्त्राय
once reviled him
ईते गंध पुष्पम करतल
and
पृष्ठाभ्यमस्त्राय
started
पटस्त्रांग
harboring
शक्तये नमः
towards
इदं चंदन बिल्वदलम ओम
when
करतल
Daksha
पृष्ठाभ्यम
undertook the performance of a great sacrifice. The
करतल
notable exception
पृष्ठाभ्यमस्त्राय
among the
पटस्त्रांग
dignitaries
शक्तये
invited
नमः
was
ईश दीप
Shiva
ओम
himself.
करतल पृष्ठाभ्यमस्त्राय पटस्त्रांग शक्तये नमः इदं
Much
सोपकर्ण भाग
against the advice of her spouse, Dakshayani
शक्तये नमः
went to the sacrifice uninvited
दशदा दशदा
and being
ईश
slighted
चंदन पत्र
ended
पुष्पांजलि
her
ओम
life
करतल
by burning
पृष्ठाभ्यमस्त्राय
herself in
पटस्त्रांग
the fire
शक्तये नमः
generated
ओम
by
करतल
yoga.
पृष्ठाभ्यमस्त्राय पटस्त्रांग शक्तये नमः
Yogagno Atmanam Sa Dadaha. Hence, she came to be known as Sati, the chaste one. She was next reborn as Parvati, the daughter of Himavan and Mena. She performed intense austerities and she succeeded in pleasing Shiva and making him accept her again as his consort. At the subjective level, Uma Haimavati represents Brahma Vidya or the spiritual wisdom by which Shiva, the supreme God, the Paramatma, is attained. Being the consort of Shiva, she is Rudra,
अवहनम उग्रचंडादि
she
नवश
is Rudrani,
ओम ह्रीं श्रीं उग्रचंडादि
The wife of
शक्तय
Rudra.
यः गच्छति यः गच्छति
She
यः
is
तिष्ठति
terrible.
यः तिष्ठति यः सन्निहिता
She is
भवति
also
यः सन्निहिता भवति यः सन्निरुद्धा भवति यः सन्निरुद्धा भवति यः सम्मुखी भवति यः सम्मुखी भवति
The embodiment of
अत्राधिष्ठानं
all
कुरुत
the
मम
Shaktis
पूजां
of
गृह्णीत
all the gods.
लोहितध्वज उग्रचंडा पूर्वतले लोहितध्वज उग्रचंडा ओम उग्रचंडां विशालाक्षीं चंडवैरिविनाशिनीं द्विभुजां लोहितवर्णां तु दिव्यालंकारभूषितां पंचवचारिणी पूजा एष गंध ओम ह्रीं श्रीं उग्रचंडायै नमः इदं सचंदन पुष्पम ओम ह्रीं श्रीं उग्रचंडायै नमः इदं सचंदन बिल्वदलम ओम ह्रीं श्रीं उग्रचंडायै नमः एष धूप ओम ह्रीं श्रीं उग्रचंडायै नमः एष दीप ओम ह्रीं श्रीं उग्रचंडायै नमः भंगितभ्यो सोपकरण भाग नैवेद्यभ्यो नमः भंगितभ्यो सोपकरण भाग नैवेद्यभ्यो नमः ओमिते गंधपुष्पेतभ्यो सोपकरण भाग नैवेद्यभ्यो नमः ओमिते गंधपुष्पेत तदिपतये देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः ओमिते गंधपुष्पेत संप्रदानाय श्री भगवद्दुर्गायै नमः
We welcome our
उग्रचंड
viewers
उग्रचंड उग्रचंडादि नवशक्तिभ्यो नमः फट
to
फट
the
फट
Durga Puja
सुपुरोक्षितमस्तु श्री
celebration
विष्णु
at
पुंडरीकाक्ष
Belur,
पुनात
the headquarters of Ramakrishna Mutt and the
idam
Ramakrishna
sopakarana
Mission.
bhaga naivedyam om hrim shrim
Today is the
ugrachandayai namaha
holy 8th day
hrim
of the
shrim
Navratri.
dashadhajapi Isha Sachandana Patra Pushpanjali Om Hrim Shrim
Devi is worshipped
Ugrachandayai Namaha
in the form of Mahishasura
Om Ugrachanda Tu Varada Madhyan Narka Samaprabha Same Sadastu Varada Tasyai Nityam Namo Namaha Agneyodale Krishna Varna Dhvaja Prachanda Dhyanam Om Prachandam Krishna Varanantu Prachanda Gana Sangasthitam Sarvananda Kaling Deving Putradam Chaturubhujam Ishagandha Om Ring Sring Prachandayai Namaha Idam Sachandana Pushpam Om Ring Sring Prachandayai Namaha Idam Sachandana Bilvadalam Om Ring Sring Prachandayai Namaha Isha Dhupa Om Ring Sring Prachandayai Namaha Isha Deepa Om Ring Sring Prachandayai Namaha Idam Sopakarana Bhaga Naivedyam Om Hrim Shrim Prachandayai Namaha Isha Sachandana Patra Pushpanjali Om Hrim Shrim Prachandayai Namaha Om Prachandang Krishna Om Prachande Putrade Nityam Suprite Suranaike Sarvananda Kare Devi Tubhyam Nityam Namo Namaha Dakshina Dale Neela Dhvaja Chandogra Om Hrim Shrim Chandogram Neela Varanantu Sarva Bhuta Bhaya Pradam Divya Bharana Sangyuktam Lakshmi Rupancha Sharabhujam Ishagandha Om Hrim Shrim Chandograyai Namaha Iti Gandhapushpe Om Hrim Shrim Chandograyai Namaha Idam Sachandana Bilvadalam Om Hrim Shrim Chandograyai Namaha Isha Dhupa Om Hrim Shrim Chandograyai Namaha Isha Deepa Om Hrim Shrim Chandograyai Namaha
a social viewpoint.
Idam Sopakarana Bhaga Naivedyam Om Hrim Shrim Chandograyai Namaha
Today, on the
Hrim Shrim
Ashtami
Dashadhajapi
Tithi
Isha Sachandana Patra Pushpanjali Om Hrim Shrim Chandograyai
Kumari
Namaha
Puja will
Om
be
Chandogre Ghoro Rupa Se Sarva Bhuta Bhaya Prada Somya Bhutva Mai Sada Varada Bhava Shobhane Naiditadare Karpura Varna Dhvaja Chandanaika Om Hrim Shrim Ashtabhujang Mahabhagang Varadam Chandanaikam Karpura Varnantu Sharvanim Sarvalankara Bhushitam Ishagandha Om Hrim Shrim Chandanayikai Namah Iti Gandhapushpe Om Hrim Shrim Chandanayikai Namah Idam Sachandana Bilvadalam Om Hrim Shrim Chandanayikai Namah Isha Dhupa Om Hrim Shrim Chandanayikai Namah Isha Deepa Om Hrim Shrim Chandanayikai Namah Idam Sopakarano Bhaga Naivedyam Om Hrim Shrim Chandanayikai Namah Isha Sachandana Patra Pushpanjali Om Hrim Shrim Chandanayikai Namaha Om Ya Siddhiriti Namana Cha Gunatraya Vibhavini Kalikalmashanashaya Namami Chandanayikam Paschima Dale Dhumra Varna Dhvaja Chanda Isha Om Hrim Shrim Chandam Dashabhujam Devim Dhumra Varnam Tuhara Priyam Dharmartha Mokshadam Rakta Vastralankrita Vigraham Ishagandha Om Hrim Shrim Chandayai Namah Iti Gandhapushpe Om Hrim Shrim Chandayai Namah Idam Sachandana Bilvadalam Om Hrim Shrim Chandayai Namah
Shaktis were worshipped.
Isha Dhupa Om Hrim Shrim Chandayai Namah Isha Deepa Om Hrim Shrim Chandayai Namah Idam Sopakarana Bhagani Vidyam Om Hrim Shrim Chandayai Namah
were worshipped. And this
Isha
worship was
Sachandana
followed by
Patra Pushpanjali Om Hrim Shrim Chandayai Namaha Om Devi Chandatmike Chandi Chandari Vijaya Prade Dharmartha Mokshade Devi Nityam Me Varada Bhava Vayudale Pitavarana Dhvaja Chandavati Om Hrim Shrim Chandavati Pitavarnantu Gunatraya Samanvitam Varadam Dvadasha Bhujam Pitadhvaja Priyang Sada Ishagandha Om Hrim Shrim Chandavatyai Namah Iti Gandhapushpe Om Hrim Shrim Chandavatyai Namah Idam Sachandana Bilvadalam Om Hrim Shrim Chandavatyai Namah Isha Dhupa Om Hrim Shrim Chandavatyai Namah Isha Deepa Om Hrim Shrim Chandavatyai Namah Idam Sopakarana Bhagana Vidyam Om Hrim Shrim Chandavatyai Namah
Rudra Chandika are the 9 Avarana
Isha Sachandana Patra Pushpanjali Om Hrim Shrim Chandavatyai Namah Om Ya Shristi-sthiti-vinashanam Gunatraya Samanvita Yasya Parana Chanyasti Chandavatyai Namo Namaha Uttaradale Shubhra Dhvaja Chandarupa ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं चतुर्दशभुजां देवीं चण्डरूपां सुरेश्वरीं शुभ्रध्वजसमारूढां शुभ्रवर्णां तु शिवप्रियाम् एष गन्ध ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं चण्डरूपायै नमः एते गन्धपुष्पे ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं चण्डरूपायै नमः इदं सचन्दनबिल्वदलम् ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं चण्डरूपायै नमः एष धूप ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं चण्डरूपायै नमः एष दीप ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं चण्डरूपायै नमः इदं सोपकरणभागनैवेद्यम् ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं चण्डरूपायै नमः
beginning with Ugra
एष सचन्दनपत्रपुष्पाञ्जलि ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं चण्डरूपायै नमः ॐ चण्डरूपात्मिका चण्डा चण्डनायकनायिका सर्वसिद्धिप्रदे देवी तस्यै नित्यं नमो नमः ईशानदले नानावर्णध्वज अतिचण्डिका ॐ ह्रीं श्रीमतिचण्डिकां षोडशभुजां नानालङ्कारभूषितां नानारूपधरां देवीं नानावर्णां तु ध्वजप्रियाम् एष गन्ध ॐ ह्रीं श्रीमतिचण्डिकाय नमः एते गन्धपुष्पे ॐ ह्रीं श्रीमतिचण्डिकाय नमः इदं सचन्दनबिल्वदलम् ॐ ह्रीं श्रीमतिचण्डिकायै नमः एष धूप ॐ ह्रीं श्रीमतिचण्डिकायै नमः एष दीप ॐ ह्रीं श्रीमतिचण्डिकायै नमः इदं सोपकरणभागनैवेद्यम् ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं अतिचण्डिकायै नमः
in the season of autumn, the Sharat Kala, hence the name Sharadiya Durga Puja.
एष सचन्दनपत्रपुष्पाञ्जलि ॐ ह्रीं श्रीमतिचण्डिकायै नमः
ओरी और मैं एक ऐसी बात बताने वाले हैं जो आप किसी को नहीं बोल सकते, किसी को भी नहीं। टीम इंडिया के चांसेस के बारे में, क्योंकि बार बार बोलने से आपको
The autumn season.
ॐ अष्टादशभुजां देवीं मध्यस्थां रुद्रचण्डिकां बालार्काग्निप्रभां शुभ्रां जगत्त्रयहितैषिणीं कपालं खेटकं घण्टां दर्पणं तर्जनीं धनु ध्वजं डमरुकं पाशं वामहस्तेषु बिभ्रतिं शक्तिं च मुशलं शूलं वज्रं शङ्खं तथाङ्कुशं शरं चक्रं शलाकं च दक्षिणेषु च बिभ्रतिम्
Awakening.
एष गन्ध ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं रुद्रचण्डिकायै नमः इदं सचन्दनपुष्पम् ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं रुद्रचण्डिकाय नमः इदं सचन्दनबिल्वदलम् ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं रुद्रचण्डिकाय नमः एष धूप ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं रुद्रचण्डिकाय नमः एष दीप ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं रुद्रचण्डिकायै नमः इदं सोपकरणभागनैवेद्यम् ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं रुद्रचण्डिकायै नमः
Yesterday on the Saptami Tithi was Navapatrika.
एष सचन्दनपत्रपुष्पाञ्जलि ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं रुद्रचण्डिकायै नमः ॐ रुद्रचण्डे नमस्तुभ्यं चण्डवैरिविनाशिनि सर्वपापहरे देवी वरदा भव सर्वदा
Ashtami Tithi, Devi Durga is worshipped with various offerings, followed by Shadanga Shakti Puja and now Avarana Devata Puja. The Purana says that the Devi was awakened under a bilwa tree. Bilwa tarumule devya bodhanam vihi.
नवदुर्गा ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं ब्रह्माण्यादि नवदुर्गा ह्या गच्छतै ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं ब्रह्माण्यादि नवदुर्गा ह्या गच्छतै ह्या गच्छतै अतिष्ठतै अतिष्ठतै सन्निधत्तै सन्निधत्तै सन्निरुद्धत्वं सन्निरुद्धत्वं य सम्मुखी भवतै य सम्मुखी भवतः कुरुत मम पूजां गृह्णीत एष गन्ध ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं
Then why
ध्यानम्
is
अदौ
this
ध्यानम्
bodhan needed?
ॐ गौरी चन्द्रमुखी पीना अक्षमाला विभूषण कमण्डलुधरा वामे ब्रह्माणि हंसमास्थिता एष गन्ध ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं ब्रह्माण्यै नमः इति गन्धपुष्प ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं ब्रह्माण्यै नमः इदं सचन्दनबिल्वदलम् ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं ब्रह्माण्यै नमः एष धूप ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं ब्रह्माण्यै नमः
When this Brahmanda, the infinite universe, is in existence.
एष दीप ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं
It is the
ब्रह्माण्यै
Adi
नमः
Parashakti known by various names such as Kali,
Bhangitibhyo
Durga,
sopakarana
Bhagavati,
bhaga
Gauri,
naivedya
Uma,
padabhyo namo
Shankari, and
bhangitibhyo
so on,
sopakarana bhaga naivedya
who
bhyo namo omete
nourishes
gandha pushpetebhyo
this
sopakarana
prapancha.
bhaga naivedya bhyo namo
She
omete gandha
sustains
pushpeta
us
tadipataye devaya
by
Shri Vishnabe
providing
namah
us with
omete
all
gandha
kinds
pushpeta
of gross and subtle
sampradhanebhyo
nourishment needed
brahmanyadi
to support
navadurgabhyo
every
namah
single living
Pat pat patum
entity in the
suprokshitamostum
universe.
Shri Vishnu Pundarikaksha Punatu.
She is never at rest, for her rest would mean the destruction of the whole world. When the mother of the universe goes to rest and sleep,
Isha Chandana
this
Patra
kalpa
Pushpanjali
will
Om Hrim
end.
Shrim Brahmanyai Namaha Om Chaturmukhi
It would be the
Jagadhatri
Mahapralaya
Mahansaruram
awaiting her
Varapradam Srishti
to
Rupang
wake up
Mahabhagam
again, activating the
Brahmaning
supreme
Twang Namamyam
consciousness,
Maheshwari
initiating
Dhyanam
a new
Om
creation.
Trishula Damaru Hastat Jata Jutena
But
Mandita
nevertheless, she is
Maheshwari
asleep in her
Vrisharudha Shankarasya Shadapriya Ishagandha Om Hrim
We
Shrim
do not
Maheshwarayai
know
Nama Ete Gandha Pushpa Om Hrim Shrim Maheshwarayai Nama Idam Sachandana Bilvadalam Om Hrim Shrim
Jivatma is
Maheshwarayai Nama
unaware
Esha Dhupa Om Hrim
of
Shrim
this
Maheshwarayai
supreme
Nama Esha Deepa Om Hrim Shrim
Shakti,
Maheshwarayai
which
Nama
creates,
Idam
sustains, and
Idam
nourishes the
Sopakarana Bhaga
universe.
Naivedyam Om Hrim Shrim Maheshwarayai
She
Nama
is asleep in our
Esha
mind.
Sachandana Patra
Her
Pushpanjali Om
presence
Hrim
is
Shrim
not felt
Maheshwarayai
in our
Nama
heart always.
Ang Vrisharudham
Sharat-kala
Shubham
is an
Shubham
ideal occasion
Trinetram
for us
Varadam Shivam
to wake her up
Maheshwarim
within
Namamyadya
ourselves
Srishti
by means of
Sanghara
worship externally and devotion
Om Pita Vastra
internally.
Paridhana Raktamalyanu Braktamalya Vibhushana Shike Prishtham Samarudha Kaumari Skandarupini Yeshagandha Om Hrim Shrim Kaumariyai Nama Ete Gandha Pushpa Om Hrim Shrim Kaumariyai Nama Idam Sachandana Bilvadalam Om Hrim Shrim Kaumariyai Nama Esha Dhupa Om Hrim Shrim Kaumariyai Nama Esha Deepa Om Hrim Shrim Kaumariyai Nama Idam Sopakarana Bhaga Naivedyam Om Hrim Shrim Kaumariyai Nama Isha Chandana Patra Pushpanjali Om Hrim Shrim Kaumariyai Namaha Om Kaumarim Pita Vasanam Mayura Baravahanam Shakti Hastam Sitangi Twang Namami Baradam Shubham Vaishnavi
Durga
Om
Puja
Shankha
was
Chakra
conducted
Gada
on
Sharanga
a small
Shiras
scale
Chandrena Bhushita
without the image
Dushta Daitya
by the
Pahadevi
disciples of Sri
Vaishnavi
Ramakrishna
Banamarini
during
Yeshagandha Om
the
Hrim Shrim
early years
Vaishnaviyai
of the
Nama Ete Gandha
Ramakrishna
Pushpa Om
Mutt
Hrim
at
Shrim Brahmanyai Nama
Baranagar in
Vaishnaviyai
Kolkata.
Nama Idam Sachandana Bilvadalam Om Hrim Shrim
The
Vaishnaviyai
Ramakrishna
Nama
Mutt
Esha
was
Dhupa Om Hrim
established
Shrim
for the first
Vaishnaviyai
time
Nama Esha Deepa Om Hrim
at a
Shrim
place called
Vaishnaviyai Nama
Baranagar
Idam
in
Sopakarana
Kolkata by the
Bhaga
disciples
Naivedyam
of
Om Hrim
Bhagavan
Shrim
Sri
Vaishnaviyai Nama
Ramakrishna led by Swami Vivekananda.
Esha Chandana Patra Pushpanjali Om Hrim Shrim Vaishnavyai Namaha Om Shankha
Later,
Chakra Gada
Durga Puja was
Padmadharinim
first celebrated at
Krishna
Belur Mutt
Sthiti
in
Rupang
1901.
Khagendra Sthang Vaishnavin
Since
Twang
then,
Namamyam
Durga Puja has been
Parahi
celebrated
Jnanamung
at Belur Mutt
Varaharupini
every
Durga
year.
Prachanda Mundadharini Akshadangstra Garjamana Shukarinyardhakaika Ishagandha Om Hrim Shrim Varahayai Nama Ete Gandha Pushpa Om Hrim Shrim Varahayai Nama Ekdam Sachandana Bilvadalam Om
For
Hrim
a
Shrim
few years
Varahayai
after
Nama
the
Esha
first
Dhupa Om Hrim
celebration
Shrim
in
Varahayai Nama
1901,
Esha Deepa Om Hrim Shrim
Pratima worship was
Varahayai Nama
not
Idam
done
Sopakarana
at
Bhaga
Belur Mutt,
Naivedyam Om Hrim Shrim Varahayai Nama Isha Chandana Patra
but this
Pushpanjali
tradition
Om Hrim Shrim
continues
Varahayai Nama Ang
for more
Varaharupini
than
Deving
100 years
Dangstro Vasundaram Shubhadang Pita Vasanam Varahi
It was Swami Vivekananda himself who started the first Durga Puja with the image at Belur Mutt. Usually, Hindu sannyasins do not conduct this kind of elaborate ritualistic worship, but Swamiji Maharaj had clear reasons to start a tradition of Durga Puja at the very center of the Ramakrishna Vedanta movement. One reason was to gain the acceptance of the local community, the local Orthodox Hindus, for the new way of life that Swamiji and his monastic brothers were leading. The Hindu society in Calcutta had not fully accepted Swamiji's going to the West and the rather unconventional ways of life at Belur Mutt, which included disregard for caste rules and mixing with Westerners. As a matter of fact, the celebration of Durga Puja helped to remove much of the misunderstanding and misgivings about the new monastic institution among the local people. Another reason why Swami Vivekananda started Durga Puja tradition at Belur was that Swamiji wanted to institutionalize the respect for divinity of motherhood and the sanctity of womanhood. Swamiji saw that one of the main reasons for the advancement of the Western nations was the elevation of women, and one of the main reasons for the backwardness of India was the neglect of women in this country. Worship of the Divine Mother, especially the Kumari Puja, would create the awareness of the potential divinity of women and a respectful attitude towards women. Still, a third reason to start Durga Puja was a spiritual vision. A few days before Durga Puja in 1901, Swamiji had a vision of Durga Puja being done at Belur Mutt. Around that time, Swami Brahmananda ji, a brother monk of Swamiji, saw in a vision that Mother Durga was coming across the Ganga from Dakshineshwar to Belur Mutt. Swamiji Maharaj asked Swami Brahmananda ji to make preparations for Durga Puja immediately, although only a few days were left to begin the puja.
Om Rim Shrim Navadurgaye Nama Esha Deepa Om Rim Shrim Navadurgaye Nama Idam Sopakarana Bhaganaivedyam Om Rim Shrim Navadurgaye Namaha Dashadha Japit Esha Shatandana Patra Pushpanjali Om Rim Shrim Navadurgaye Namaha Om Chandike Navadurge Tvang Mahadeva Manorame Pujam Samastam Sangriya Rakshamang Tridasheshwari
The primary part of the Durga Puja is on the Mahashtamir Tithi. It is similar to the puja on the Saptami Tithi. Mahasnan and Shodashopachara Puja are done for Devi Durga and her Parivara Devatas first. In addition, 9 small pots with flags of different colors attached are installed, and the 9 Shaktis of Devi Durga are invoked in them and worshipped. On the Durga Mandap, we can see Pushpanjali to Devi Durga being performed by the senior monks of the Ramakrishna order. The senior monks, the revered Swamis of the Ramakrishna Sangha, are now offering Pushpanjali at the feet of Devi Durga. The figure of Durga Devi is represented as having 10 hands, holding weapons to kill and subdue the evil forces and symbols of destruction. She grants mercy and protection, Vara and Abhaya. She appeared as an avatar in the world at the request of the Devas, the gods, in order to put down the evil represented by Mahishasura, Shumbha and Nishumbha, and to protect the righteous. Once again, the Pushpanjali is being offered at the feet of Devi Durga by the senior monks of the Ramakrishna order on the Puja Mandap. Pushpanjali mantra is uttered by holding flowers in hands. A large number of devotees have assembled in the premises of Belur Mutt. There are monks of the Ramakrishna order, revered nuns, the Matajis from the Sharada Mutt, devotees and visitors. Belur Mutt is situated on the western bank of the holy river Ganga. On the eastern bank is the city Kolkata. In the north of Kolkata is the famous temple dedicated to Devi Kali Dakshineshwar, where Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna resided and performed his spiritual practices, where the seeds of the Ramakrishna Sangha were sown, where from a new movement of
মহারাজ এখন সবার
universal
পুষ্পাঞ্জলি
Vedanta
মন্ত্র একসঙ্গেই
emerged.
বলা হবে।
Now Pushpanjali will be offered by the monks of the Ramakrishna order present and the devotees. Pushpanjali mantra will be recited by Swami Shastratnanandaji Maharaj, who is the Tantra Dharak of the puja.
Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadra Kali Kapalini Durga Shiva Kshamadhatri Swaha Swadha namo'stu Esha Sachandana Patra Pushpanjali Om Dakshayagna Vinashinyai Mahaghorayai Yogini Koti Paribritayai Bhadrakalyai Hrim Om দুর্গায়ৈ নমঃ। প্রণাম মন্ত্র বলছি মহারাজ। ওম সর্বমঙ্গল-মাঙ্গল্যে শিবে সর্বার্থ-সাধিকে শরণ্যে ত্র্যম্বকে গৌরী নারায়ণী namo'stu pranatanam prasidatvam devi vishwarti harini trailokya vasinam idye lokanam varada bhava om यथाग्नेर दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिया सर्वविद्या स्वरूपांगतां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्
কুমারী পূজার জন্যে মণ্ডপে বেশিক্ষণ মহারতি রাখা যাবে
The
না,
Pushpanjali is performed
একসঙ্গে তাড়াতাড়ি প্রণাম করে
by
মণ্ডপ
the
থেকে নেমে
devotees and
নিচে
monks
আসতে হবে।
and nuns present. This will be followed by Kumari Puja. The next live program will be Mahashtamir Puja at Belur Math. Kumari Simantini Ghoshal has taken seat as the living embodiment of Mother Parashakti Jagadambika in front of her devotees. Glory to Mother Durga. Glory to Devi Kumari.
तन्निस्सारय चित्तान् मे पापंहु फट्चते नमः ओम सूर्य सोमो यमः कालो महाभूतानि पञ्च च एते शुभाशुभस्येह कर्मणो नवसाक्षिणः.
In 1901, at Swami Vivekananda's request, Gauri Ma, who was a lady disciple of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, made the necessary arrangements for the Kumari Puja. Swamiji himself worshipped 9 little girls as Kumaris by offering them asana, arghya, padya, achamaniya, dhupa, deepa, naivedya and other gifts following the puja vidhana. This marked the beginning of a great tradition at Belur Math. Swami Vivekananda placed flowers at the feet of the Kumari and offered sweets and dakshina in their hands. Swamiji then prostrated before them, seeing them as the embodiment of Mother Parashakti. Kumari is brought to the puja mandap. Her ceremonial seat is ready in front of the image of Mother Durga. She sits facing the priest and other devotees just like Devi Durga, since she is the Devi for us during this sacred ritual. The preliminary part of the Kumari Puja has already begun. The prayers are said, the purificatory rites are being performed. Punyaha Vachanam
श्री भगवद दुर्गा महापूजा कर्मांगी भूत कुमारी पूजा कर्मणि ओम स्वस्ति भवन्तु अधिब्रुवन्तु ओम स्वस्ति
declaring
ओम स्वस्ति
the sacred ritual which is about to be performed.
श्री भगवद दुर्गा महापूजा कर्मांगी भूत कुमारी पूजा कर्मणि ओम रिद्धिं भवन्तु अधिब्रवन्तु ओम रिद्ध्यताम ओम रिद्ध्यताम.
A large assembly of devotees is awaiting here at Belur Math, eagerly facing the puja mandap. Devi Durga has assumed a charming form in front of her devotees. Balika Rupa Namabhyam Balika Rupa Bhavabhyam Loke Yadyapi Ganyate Prapancha Prakritir Maya Pujaya Me Swarupataha. This girl may be considered as a little girl by her age and disposition in the world, but she graces this occasion as the great goddess, as the ultimate cause of the universe, and as the Supreme Mother in her true nature.
Vishnurom tatsadadya
Sankalpa Vachanam
masi shukle pakshe Mahashtamyam tithau gotra dosha Parabrahma gotraya Shri Saradamani Devya श्री दुर्गा प्रीति कामः वार्षिक शरत्कालीन श्री भगवद दुर्गा महापूजांगीभूत उमा कुमारी पूजा कर्माहं करिष्यामि.
Uma
Om
is the ceremonial name of the Kumari in the puja.
Makronoti satam sinchadvam prahitam amarobi swargamadadat krishnayurdeva ohate. Om sankalpitartha siddhyantu siddha santu manoratha bhakti jnanodayaya ayamaram.
Kumari Simantini Ghoshal is Uma Kumari in this puja. The scriptures say the place where the Kumari Puja is done becomes the purest on earth. A distance of 5 kroshas around that place gets sanctified. Kumari Pujyate Yatra Sadesha Kshiti Pavanah Maha Punyatamo Bhuyat Samantat Krosha Panchakam. Tantrasara provides a list of names which are ceremonially applied to the Kumari based on her age. 1-year-old Kumari would be referred to as Sandhya, 2-year-old Kumari would be called Saraswati, and so on. The list contains such 16 names: Sandhya, Saraswati, Tridha Murti, Kalika, Subhaga, Uma, Malini, Kubjika, Kala Sandarbha और काला संकर्षा, अपराजिता, रुद्राणी, भैरवी, महालक्ष्मी, भैरवी, महालक्ष्मी, पीठनायिका, क्षेत्रज्ञा and अंबिका.
ओमेते गंधपुष्पे ब्रह्मणे नमः. ओमेते गंधपुष्पे वास्तुपुरुषाय नमः. आवाहनम.
The preliminary rituals are being performed.
ओं भूतादयः गच्छतयः गच्छतयः तिष्ठतयः तिष्ठतयः सन्निहिता भवतयः सन्निहिता भवतयः सन्निहितः सम्मुखी भवतयः सम्मुखी भवतात्राधिष्ठानं.
The Kumari is seated here as the very living embodiment of Mother Durga. A large assembly of devotees are present. The monks of the Ramakrishna order are here. The revered Matajis of Sharada Mat are present. Through this little girl, who is an embodiment of purity and beauty, the Devi Durga has assumed a very special form in front of her devotees today. The ambience of Belur Mat has assumed a spectacular divine aura.
आसन शुद्ध्यं पवित्र वज्र भूमि ओं फट् स्वाहा ओं ह्रीमेते गन्धपुष्पे आधार शक्त्यादिभ्यो नमः. ओम अस्य आसनोपवेशन मंत्रस्य मेरुपृष्ठस्य सुतलं छन्दकूर्मो देवतासनोपवेशने विनियोग. ओं पृथ्वी त्वया धृता लोका देवी त्वं विष्णुनाधृता त्वं च धारयमां नित्यं पवित्रं कुरुचासनं त्वमासुरेखे वज्रडेखे ओं फट् स्वाहा ओमेते गन्धपुष्पे आधार.
Kumari Puja is a sacred ceremony which honors the motherhood of God, expressing through all the women, all the girls. Every girl child is an embodiment of the universal mother. Today is the Ashtami Tithi of the Durga Puja. The Mahashtamir Puja is very special for many reasons. Kumari Puja is an important component of today's puja at Belur Mat. The arrangements are in place for the celebrated Kumari Puja. Devotees are present in very large numbers in the premises of the Belur Mat. to witness the worship of the Divine Mother in the form of a little child. This little girl, Shrimantini Ghoshal, is seated in front of the image of Mother Durga as the very embodiment of the Supreme Mother, Devi Durga. Her ceremonial name in the puja is Uma Kumari.
Banhi prakara chintanam rang mantrin dehomarjanam om aim hrim shrim hum sau om durge rakshani swaha om ang hum fat swaha pranayam.
The Divine Mother in the form of Shri Kumari has taken her elevated seat facing the south. She is now a sacred and venerable
Bhuta Shuddhi.
person as the Divine Mother installed behind her. Pranayama is performed by the pujaka to purify himself before he undertakes the worship of Devi Kumari.
Om Bhuta Sringata Chira Sushumana Pathena Jiva Shivam Parama Shiva Pade Yojayami Swaha Om Yang Linga Shariram Shoshaya Swaha Om Rang Sankocha Shariram Adahadaha Swaha Om Parama Shiva Sushumana Pathena Mula Sringata Mula Swaha.
Kumari Puja is an important component of the Mahashtami Puja as part of the Durga Puja at Belur Mutt. Kumari Puja is the worship of a young girl, treating her as Devi. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Dev once said that the Divine Mother manifests herself more in a pure-hearted girl. He used to bow down before little girls, looking upon them as manifestations of the Divine Mother. Thus, the worship of a young girl, Kumari, is a very significant component of the Durga Puja at Belur Mutt. When Durga Puja was performed at Belur Mutt for the first time in 1901, Swami Vivekananda worshipped several Kumaris. Now at Belur Mutt only one Kumari is worshipped during the Durga Puja. The same kinds of offerings made to the Devi are devoutly given to the Kumari Devi also, and finally Arati will be performed to her. Even senior monks of the Ramakrishna Sangha will offer flowers and pranam at her feet.
चतुष्के वासान्ते बालमध्ये डफकट सहिते कंठदेशे स्वराणाम अंशं तत्वार्थयुक्तं सकलदरगतं वर्णरूपं नमामि ओं नमो 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 नमो.
Various nyasas are being performed as part of the puja. We read in Shri Shri Chandi, Vidya samastah tavadevi bhedah striyah samastah sakala jagatsu. All the vidyas, the systems and traditions of the knowledge that we inherit are part of you, O Devi, and all the women complete in their great feminine qualities are also your forms. The liturgical texts on Durga Puja say, Balam va yavvanonmattam vriddham va sundarim tatha kutsitam va mahadushtam namaskritya vibhavayet. Any woman, irrespective of her age and disposition, can be thought about as an embodiment of Mother Durga and be respected and worshipped. In the conventional Shakta liturgy, followed at Belur Mutt, we worship a Kumari, a young girl, as the human personification of Devi Durga. This puja is intended to inculcate a noble faith in the sadhaka's mind
गंध पुष्पेन
that
पूजय
all women are
ओम ऐं
different
मेते
forms
गंध
of
पुष्पे
Divine
श्री
Mother.
गुरवे नमः ओम एते गंध पुष्पे
As the Hindi
गणेशादि
adage goes,
पंचदेवताभ्यो
हर
नमः
बाला
ओम एते गंध
देवी
पुष्पे
की प्रतिमा.
आदित्यादि नवग्रहेभ्यो नमः ओम एते गंध पुष्पे इंद्रादि दशदिक्पालेभ्यो नमः ओम एते गंध पुष्पे काल्यादि दश महाविद्याभ्यो नमः ओम एते गंध पुष्पे मत्स्यादि दशावतारेभ्यो नमः ओम एते गंध पुष्पे सर्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो नमः ओम एते गंध पुष्पे
Throughout
सर्वाभ्यो
the Durga
देवेभ्यो
Puja,
नमः ओम ऐं
we
मेते
experience
गंध पुष्पे
the
सांवराय
manifestation of
सावरणाय
the
सशक्तिकाय
Jagat Janani Devi
सपार्षदाय
Durga in
सर्वदेवदेवी
her
स्वरूपाय
earthen
श्रीरामकृष्णाय
image.
नमः ओम ह्रीं पीठदेवताभ्य नमः ओम ह्रीं
In the Kumari
पीठशक्तिभ्यो
Puja,
नमः
on the other hand, we can experience her unmistakable manifestation in a pure little lass. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Shri Krishna reveals his divine manifestation in different forms, in different beings. Glimpses of his divine glory, his vibhutis, are found everywhere in varying degrees. Bhagavan says, Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarva-bhutashaya-sthitaha. Now Devi's dhyana is being performed.
रक्तांबर परिधानां रक्तमाल्यानुलेपनां वामेनाभयदां ध्यायेत् दक्षिणेन वरप्रदां मानस पूजनम् ओम हृत्पद्मम् आसनं
Mental worship.
सहस्रारच्युतामृतै पाद्यं चरणयोर्दद्यात् मनस्त्वर्घ्यं निवेदयेत् तेनामृतेन च मनीयं स्नानीयं तेन च स्मृतम् आकाशतत्त्वं वस्त्रं स्यात् गन्धः स्यात् गन्धतत्त्वकं चित्तं प्रकल्पयेत् पुष्पं धूपं प्राणान् प्रकल्पयेत् तेजस्तत्त्वं च दीपार्थं नैवेद्यं स्यात् सुधाम्बुधि अनाहतध्वनिर्घण्टा वायुतत्त्वं च चामरं सहस्रारं भवेत् छत्रं शब्दतत्त्वं च गीतकं नृत्यमिन्द्रियकर्माणि चाञ्चल्यं मनसस्तथा सुमेखलां पद्ममालां पुष्पन्नानाविधं तथा अमायाद्यैर्भावपुष्पैरर्चयेत् भावगोचरम् अमायं मनहङ्कारम् अरागं ममदं तथा अमोहकमदम्भं च द्वेषाक्षोभकौ तथा
Devi is first worshipped mentally, and then Kumari will be worshipped externally with various upacharas and offerings.
दया पुष्पं क्षमा पुष्पं ज्ञान पुष्पं च पंचमम् इति पंचदशैर्भाव
A spectacular
पुष्पै
divine scene to witness at Belur Mutt. The Tantra Sara says, Homadikam hi sakalam kumari pujanam vina paripurna phalam nasyat pujaya tad bhaved dhruvam. Which means, no puja or fire sacrifice or any such ritual is complete without the Kumari Puja. When Kumari Puja also is performed along with them, they give their full results. An arghya is installed for the worship of Devi Durga's Kumari. This will be followed by an elaborate worship involving the offering of various upacharas to Devi Kumari. Kumari is the living embodiment of Devi Durga on the Puja Mandap. This pure young girl
Om Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati
is Devi Durga herself,
Sannidhin kuro mite gandha pushpe tirthebhyo namaha.
who has assumed a very special form this way in front of her devotees today.
gandha pushpe kumari devataya sharanga devatabhyo namaha. Aim Hrim Srim Hum So Uma Kumari Devi Yagacha
Uma Kumari is the ceremonial name of the little girl who is being worshipped here as Devi Durga.
Aim Srim Hum So Ete Gandha Pushpe Uma Kumari Namaha. Matsamudra Achhadan. Aim Hrim Srim Hum So Dashadha Jape. Pat 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 Urdhva Talotram.
Whatever being there is great, prosperous or powerful, that know thou to be a product of a part of my splendor, says Bhagavad Gita. Yadyad vibhutimat sattvam shrimad urjitameva va tattadeva avagachatvam mama tejongsha sambhava. Mother Durga is the Shakti of the Paramatman. The Shakti and the Shakti-mat are non-different from each other. The glimpses of her divine glory are equally splendid and widespread as the glimpses of his divine glory. Whatever is great, prosperous, powerful, beautiful, lovable, pure, that is a medium for a special manifestation of the Devi. Devi's dhyana is being performed.
Raktambar paridhanam raktamalyanulepanam Vamena abhayadam dhyayed dakshinena varapradam.
Mother Durga's divine manifestation is great in human beings. Among them, her manifestation is greater in women. There again we can perceive the glory of the Devi more firmly in a pure, innocent girl. A Kumari is a living embodiment of the Mother of the universe.
Abhyukshanam Om Im Hrim Srim Hum So Ma Kumariye Namaha. Paramikaranam Mudra Ashanadi Upachara.
Now various upacharas, offerings will be given to Devi Kumari. Kumari is another name for Mother Durga in the scriptures. Shiva Sutras describe the Ichha Shakti Uma as Kumari. In the Rig Veda, Rishika Vagambhini is a Kumari, and she declared her Advaita Anubhuti with the supreme power in the universe.
Aim Hrim Srim Hum So Etatapadyam Uma Kumariyai Swaha Uma Kumariyai Namaha. Arghya.
The Gayatri mantra of Devi Durga contains the word Kumari. Om Katyayanaya Vidmahe Kanya Kumari Dhimahi Tanno Durgih Prachodayat. Kanya Kumari. A mantra in the Shvetashvatara Upanishad teaches that a Kumari is also a form of the Supreme Godhead. Tvam Stri, Tvam Pumanasi, Tvam Kumara Utava Kumari. You are the woman, you are the man, you are the boy, and you are a girl. You are the girl.
Achmaniyam. Aim Hrim Srim Hum So Idam Achmaniyam Uma Kumariyai Swadha.
Various upacharas are now being offered one by one at the feet of Devi Kumari in her service.
Aim Hrim Srim Hum So Esha Madhuparka Uma Kumariyai Swadha.
The Kumari Puja, worship of a young girl as Devi Durga, as we practice now, is based on both the theological doctrines of the Shakta Sampradaya and some accounts and anecdotes recorded in the Puranas as well. Bhishma Parva of the Mahabharata and Mahakala Sanghita of the Markandeya Purana also mention the Kumari Puja. The Brihad Dharma Purana describes the Avirbhava of Devi Durga as a Kumari in front of the Devas in chapter 21.
Vangitasmai punara oim rim srim hum samidam punarasmuniyadakam Uma Kumariyai Swadha.
The Chaturmukha Brahma, along with other gods, had sung the praises of Devi Durga in order to awaken her for the destruction of Ravana. Bhagavan Sri Rama had already reached Lanka and took on the Rakshasas. The war was underway.
Oim rim srim hum sau idam gandhatailam Uma Kumariyai nivedayami.
When Devas became afraid that defeating Ravana would be a very difficult task, they went to the creator Brahma. Creator Brahma then sought help on behalf of Rama and other gods
Oim rim srim hum sau idam
from
snaniyadakam
Devi
Uma Kumariyai
Durga,
nivedayami.
and Brahma worshipped Devi Durga under a bilva tree.
Vastram.
When Bhagavati was praised and worshipped by the humble
Oim rim
acts
srim
of the
hum sau
Devas led
imani
by Brahma,
vastrani Uma Kumariyai
she was
nivedayami.
pleased with them and appeared in front of them as a Kanyaka, a Kumari. Eva Mukta Tada Devi Sattvarupa Sanatani Kanya Rupena Devanam Agrato Darshanam Dadau.
Rajatabaranam. Oim rim srim idam
The Devi
rajatabaranam
appeared in
Uma
the form of
Kumariyai
a
nivedayami.
Kanyaka,
Oim
a
rim
young
srim hum
maiden,
sau idam
a young girl
rajatabaranam Uma
in front of the
Kumariyai
Devas.
nivedayami.
Seeing the divine beauty of the Devi in her Kumari Rupa, the Devas went into an exaltation. They fell at the feet of the merciful Devi Kumari, who granted them her holy darshan in answer to their fervent prayers. The Devas again implored Devi Kumari to assist the cause of Sri Rama. This episode in the Brihad Dharma Purana has great significance in the liturgy of the Sharadiya Durga Puja. The narrative is recreated through the puja rituals, following the same sequence of events as far as possible. After the Bodhana of the Devi under a bilva tree on the Shristi-sthiti-vinashanam and an elaborate worship offered to her in front of her animated pratima on the Saptami Tithi, she is worshipped as the Kumari, appearing in this actual human form on the Ashtami Tithi.
Gandha. Aim Rim Srim Hum Sau Esha Gandha Uma Kumariyai Nivedayami.
Various upacharas are offered.
Pushpam. Aim Rim Srim Hum Sau Imani Kushumani Sachandana Kushumani Uma Kumariyai Nivedayami.
These offerings are given to Devi Kumari following the scriptural injunctions. But there will be only this difference. This sacred service will be accompanied by an extra amount of care and tenderness. Arghya Pushpa is placed in the lap of Devi Kumari. Bilva leaves are offered, just as they are offered to Devi Durga.
Pushpamalyam Uma Kumariyai Nivedayami.
Devi is garlanded.
উমা কুমার থেকে হাতে দিয়ে একবার হাতে ধরে জাস্ট ঠেকিয়ে দিই মায়ের এখানে ঠেকিয়ে দিই
She may be considered as a little girl by her age and disposition in the world, but she graces the occasion of this puja as the great goddess herself, as the ultimate cause of the universe and as the supreme mother in her true nature.
ধূপ
gifts
ऐं
are
ह्रीं श्रीं
given.
हुं सौ एष धूप उमाकुमार्यै निवेदयामि ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं हुं सौ एष दीप उमाकुमार्यै निवेदयामि
Kumari pujyate yatra sadesha kshiti pavanaha mahapunyatamo bhuyat samantat krosha panchakam. The Tantra Sara says, Homadikam hi sakalam kumari pujanam vina paripurna phalam nasyat pujaya tad bhaved dhruvam.
फट फट पटम सुप्रोक्षितमस्तुम श्री विष्णु पुंडरीकाक्ष पुनातु.
The place where the Kumari Puja is done becomes the purest on earth. The distance of many kroshas around that place gets sanctified. No puja or fire worship or fire sacrifice or any such ritual is complete without the Kumari Puja. When Kumari Puja is performed, along with them, these rituals give their full results. Naivedya is offered. Mother Kumari is fed by the Pujaka himself. Devi is accepting the offerings to the exaltation of all the devotees present. Loud chants of victory can be heard. Joy Ma, Kumari Mai ki joy. Jaya Jaya Devi Jagadhitakarini Tarini Sansriti Varini Vidye. The Divine Mother in the form of Shri Kumari is facing the south, sitting in front of the consecrated image of Mother Durga. This sacred service is accompanied by care and tenderness and devotion and surrender. बालिका रूप भावाभ्याम लोके यद्यपि गण्यते प्रपंच प्रकृतिर माता पूजायाम मे स्वरूपतः. The Yogini Tantra praises the Kumari Puja in these words. Kumari Pujana Phalam Vaktum Narhami Sundari Jihva Koti Sahasraistu Vaktra Koti Shatairapi. Even with 1,000 tongues, the great merit of the Kumari Puja cannot be described properly. By worshipping the Kumari, all the gods and goddesses are worshipped. Eka hi pujita kanya sarva puja phalaprada.
Aim Rim Srim Hum So Uma Kumari Devi Tarpayami Swaha. Aim Rim Srim Hum So Uma Kumari Devi Tarpayami Swaha.
Various upacharas are offered, concluding with Tarpanam.
Pushpanjali. Aim Rim Srim Hum So
Now is the
Sachandana Patra
Pushpanjali at the feet
Pushpanjali
of
Uma
Devi
Kumari
Kumari,
Namaha.
Uma. Eka hi pujita kanya sarva puja phalaprada. Say the scriptures again. Eka hi pujita bala sarvam hi pujanam bhavet. Moreover, Kumari pujanam kritva trailokyam vashamanayet. Even the Smritikara, an ancient lawgiver, says, Yatra naryastu pujyante ramante tatra
Om
devata.
namami kulakaminim paramabhagya sandayinim Kumara rati chaturim sakala siddhim anandinim
Prayers are said to Devi Kumari.
Srajam rajataraga vastranvitam hiranyatula bhushanam
A large assembly of
bhaje.
mothers, the nuns of Sharada Mutt
Oingri
and other devotees are present to the left of Devi Kumari, and to her right are the revered monks of the Ramakrishna order.
हईं बईं ह्रीं श्रीं ऐं शिरसे स्वाहा एते गंधपुष्पे शिरोंग शक्ति श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि
The
नमः
Anga Shaktis
ओम
of Devi
श्रीं
Kumari
शिखायै वषट्
are
एते
worshipped.
गंधपुष्पे शिखांग शक्ति पादुकां पूजयामि नमः ऐं कुलवागीश्वरी कवचाय हूँ एते गंधपुष्पे कवचांग शक्ति श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि नमः ऐं कुलेश्वरी नेत्रत्रयाय वौषट् एते गंधपुष्पे नेत्रत्रयांग शक्ति श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि नमः ओम ह्रीं अस्त्राय फट् एते गंधपुष्पे अस्त्रांग
Kumari
शक्ति
Puja
श्रीपादुकां
is a
पूजयामि
ritual
नमः
of great
गंधपुष्पे
significance
एते
from
गंधपुष्पे
both a
सपरिवाराय
spiritual point of
बालभैरवाय
view
नमः
as well
एते
as a
गंधपुष्पे
social
सिद्धजयाय
viewpoint.
पूर्ववक्त्राय नमः
Swami
ऐं
Vivekananda
एते गंधपुष्पे
attached
जयाय
so much importance to
उत्तरवक्त्राय
this
नमः
ritual,
ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं एते गंधपुष्पे
to
कुब्जिके
this actual worship
पश्चिमवक्त्राय
of
नमः
a
ऐं
girl
एते
child.
गंधपुष्पे कालिके दक्षिणवक्त्राय नमः ओम एते गंधपुष्पे भास्कराय नमः ओम एते गंधपुष्पे चंद्राय नमः ओम एते गंधपुष्पे दिक्पालेभ्यो नमः एते गंधपुष्पे वीरभद्रायै नमः ओम एते गंधपुष्पे महाकन्यायै नमः ओम एते गंधपुष्पे कौलिन्यै नमः ओम एते गंधपुष्पे
Why did Swami
कुलगामिन्यै
Vivekananda
नमः।
introduce
ओम एते गंधपुष्पे
the Kumari Puja?
अष्टादशभुजायै
The answer
नमः।
is to be found
ओम
in
एते
Sri
गंधपुष्पे
Ramakrishna's
काल्यै
life.
नमः। ओम एते गंधपुष्पे
Though he
चंडदुर्गायै
established
नमः।
different relations with God in the course of his various sadhanas, the most abiding and nearest to his heart was God as the Divine Mother. As Sri Ramakrishna beheld nothing but God everywhere, it was the Divine Mother that he saw in everything and in everything. Sri Ramakrishna saw no distinction between the mother he worshipped in the temple, his own mother Chandramani Devi, and his divine consort, the Holy Mother Sri Sharada Devi. Sri Ramakrishna said, why do people worship Kanyakas? All women are so many forms of the Divine Mother, but her manifestation is greatest in pure-souled young girls. I worship a girl child because I see in her the Divine Mother. Haven't you observed the Kumari Puja? Why should you worship a girl who has all the physical limitations of a human being? It is because she is a form, a physical form, a physical embodiment of the Divine Mother. Prayers are uttered and prostrations are offered at the holy feet of Devi Kumari Uma. The Kumari Puja conducted at Belur Mutt has become a special attraction to the thousands and thousands that pour in the Mutt premises year after year to participate in the Durga Puja celebrations, to pray to the Divine Mother, to fill their lives with the Mother's grace. Brahmachari Shubhrato Maharaj is the Pujak. He is guided by the Tantradharak Swami Shastrajnanandaji Maharaj. Monks and Brahmacharins of the Ramakrishna order are present all around. A large assembly of women devotees, the revered Matajis of Sharada Mutt are present. Now is the Arati, Aratrikam to Devi Kumari. Pancha Pradipa is lifted and waved. Devi Durga has assumed a charming form in front of her devotees for us to grant us an opportunity to worship her by perceiving her in every girl child, in every woman in society. Karpura Arati is being performed in front of Devi Kumari. वेद श्रुति महापुण्ये ब्रह्मण्ये जातवेदसी जम्बू कटक चैत्येषु नित्यं सन्निहितालये त्वं ब्रह्म विद्या विद्यानां महानिद्रा च देहिनां स्कंद स्मार्त भगवती स्कंद मातर नमोस्तुते स्वाहाकार स्वधा चैव कला काष्ठा सरस्वती स्कंद मातर भगवती दुर्गे कांतार वासिनी. As part of the Aratrikam, Shankha-jala is offered, followed by Vastrakhanda, the cloth. The upacharas offered as part of the Nirajana Vidhi as the Aratrikam. They represent Pancha Mahabhutas. The Deepamala represents Agni Tattva. Shankha Jala represents Jala Tattva. Vastra represents Akasha Tattva. And now Pushpa, Sugandha Pushpa, represents the Prithvi Tattva. And finally, the Chamara fan will represent the offering of Vayu Tattva. The whole world is pervaded by the Parashakti. They offer everything at the holy feet of Devi Durga and seek her blessings and guidance. Aratrikam will be followed by Pushpanjali by the devotees, monks and Matajis present. Chamara Seva is concluded. Today is the Ashtami Tithi of the Durga Puja. Mahashtamir Puja is very significant for many reasons. Kumari Puja is an important component of today's puja.
Gotro Deva Sharma Parabrahma Gotraya Shri Saradamani Debya Shri Durga Pritika Maha Kritaitat Kumari Puja Karamana Sanglatartham Dakshinamidam Kanchanamulyam Sri Vishnu Daivatam Uma Kumari Tubhyamaham Sampradadani.
Dakshina is being offered to Uma Kumari as part of the puja. Senior monks of the Ramakrishna Sangha are present, awaiting an opportunity to offer Pushpanjali at the feet of Devi Kumari. Dakshina is offered.
Om etat kumari puja karma achhidramastu.
Achhidravadharanam, concluding the puja.
Puja karmani yad vaigunyam jatam tad dosha prashamanaya Sri Vishnu smaranamaham karishe Om Sri Vishnu Om Sri Vishnu Om Sri Vishnu.
Forgiveness is sought from the Devi for any possible mistake committed during the puja.
Vitam Nihiranyatulabhushanam Bhuvanava Kumarim Bhaje. Jai Sri Guru Maharaj Ji Ki Jai.
Shouts of victory.
Jai Mahamai Ki Jai. Jai Swami Ji Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. जय गंगा माई की जय, जय श्री श्री दुर्गा माई की जय, जय श्री श्री कुमारी माई की जय।
In the Devi Bhagavatam, Kumara Rupadhari Devi Durga is described. Devi is now worshipped, and now is the time for Pushpanjali.
श्रीं हूं सौं एषा सचंदन पत्र पुष्पांजलि।
Pushpanjali mantra is addressed to Kumari Rupadharini Devi Durga.
कुलकामिनीं परमभाग्य संदायिनीं कुमार रतिचातुरीं सकल सिद्धिं आनंदिनीं प्रवाल गुटिकास्त्रजं रजतनाग वस्त्रान्वितां।
The revered monks of the Ramakrishna order are now offering Pushpanjali at the feet of Devi Kumari. The Kumari, though a young girl, is now treated as the very embodiment of Mother Durga. Pushpanjali is offered. Swami is prostrate in front of Devi Kumari. A very graceful vision indeed. Its symbolism and message is very clear. The Divine Mother of the universe resides in her supreme abode, in the hearts of her devotees, in all the consecrated images in temples, and also in every girl child. ओम कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गे प्रचोदयात्। नमस्ते सिद्धसेनानि आर्ये मंदरवासिनी कुमारी कालिकापाली कपिले कृष्ण पिंगले कुमारी योगिनी साक्षात् कुमारी परदेवता कुमार रूपधारी च कुमार जननी तथा
एकादश शक्तयः
कुमारी रिपुहंत्री च कौमारी तेन सा स्मृता।
यः सम्मुखी भवति यः सम्मुखी भवता।
She is the Parameshwari.
पूजां गृह्णीत।
She takes the form of a young person. She is the mother of Kumara, Kartikeya. She destroys the enemies of a Kumari, and therefore she is known as Kumari in the world. Kumari Puja is a sacred ceremony performed at Belur Mutt, which honors the motherhood of God, expressing through all the women.
भंगितेभ्यो सोपकर्ण भाग नैवेद्यभ्यो नमः। भंगितेभ्यो सोपकर्ण भाग नैवेद्यभ्यो नमः। ओमिते गंधपुष्पेतेभ्यो सोपकर्ण भाग नैवेद्यभ्यो नमः। ओमिते गंधपुष्पेत संप्रदानेभ्यो एकादश जयंत्यादि एकादश
Special gifts are brought and offered to Devi Kumari.
इदं सोपकर्ण भाग नैवेद्यम ओम ह्रीं श्रीं जयंत्यै नमः। ईश चंदन पत्र पुष्पांजलि ओम ह्रीं श्रीं जयंत्यै
The
नमः।
senior monks
ओम ह्रीं श्रीं
of the
जयंत्यै
Ramakrishna
नमः।
order
ईशगंध
are
ओम ह्रीं श्रीं
offering
मंगलायै नमः।
special
इति
gifts
गंधपुष्पे
to
ओम ह्रीं
Kumari
श्रीं मंगलायै
Rupini
नमः।
Devi Durga.
इदं सचंदन बिल्वदलम ओम ह्रीं श्रीं मंगलायै नमः।
The devotees are amused.
मंगलायै नमः। ईश दीप ओम ह्रीं श्रीं मंगलायै नमः। इदं सोपकर्ण भाग नैवेद्यम ओम ह्रीं श्रीं मंगलायै नमः।
The Yogini Tantra praises the Kumari Puja in these words: Kumari Pujana Phalam Vaktam Narhami Sundari Jihva Koti Sahasraistu Vaktra Koti Shatairapi. Pushpanjali is now over. Devi's puja continues in front of Devi's image. Devi Kumari is now going to be lifted up to face all directions, to face her devotees assembled here, to give darshan to her devotees, to shower her blessings on them.
ईश चंदन पत्र पुष्पांजलि ओम ह्रीं श्रीं भद्रकाल्यै नमः ओम ह्रीं श्रीं भद्रकाल्यै नमः एष गंध ओम ह्रीं श्रीं कपालिन्यै नमः इति गंधपुष्प ओम ह्रीं श्रीं कपालिन्यै नमः इदं सचंदन बिल्वदलम ओम ह्रीं श्रीं कपालिन्यै नमः एष धूप ओम ह्रीं श्रीं कपालिन्यै नमः एष दीप ओम ह्रीं श्रीं कपालिन्यै नमः.
The Divine Mother in the form of Shri Kumari is seated on the puja mandap. She has accepted the upacharas and offerings made to her. She is propitiated as per the liturgical injunctions. She has taken her elevated seat, and now Devi Kumari is going to give darshan to her devotees, to shower her blessings on her devotees facing the mandap. She is now lifted up to face all directions. A spectacular scene indeed. Devi Kumari is now facing Devi Durga. Having given darshan, having accepted the puja, and having blessed her devotees, Devi Kumari is now leaving the puja mandap. A very graceful part of the Durga Puja is thus concluded. This blessed moment, being an integral part of the Durga Puja, is clearly embedded with its spiritual benefits for the devout and the special message to the society at large. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna once said, I used to bring the Kumaris and worship them. I could visibly see that they were the Divine Mother. Again, Sri Ramakrishna said on another occasion, why is Kumari Puja performed? All the women are the forms of the Bhagavati, and in a pure-minded young girl, she is manifested all the more. We read in Shri Shri Chandi, Vidya samastaha tava devi bhedaha striyah samastaha sakala jagatsu. All the Vidyas, the systems and traditions of knowledge are part of you, O Devi, and all the women, complete in their great feminine qualities, are also your forms. In the conventional Shakta liturgy, we worship a Kumari, a young girl, as the human personification of Devi Durga. Haribala Devi ki pratima. This puja is intended to inculcate a noble faith in the sadhaka's mind that all women are different forms of the Divine Mother.
ओमिते गंधपुष्पे तदधिपतये देवाय श्री विष्णवे नमः ओमिते गंधपुष्पे तत्संप्रदानेभ्यो दिव्यस्त्रिभ्यो नमः फट फट फट